Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak. Pharaoh Fiasco here. And last episode, Pandemonium began. We're up against the clock now. Gotta make every move count. Our next destination is the Satan District. Then we'll go to the Albert District. Once the district has been selected, the others will become temporarily unavailable. Judith was in charge of Satan. Just like I thought, Kaksha's gonna be last, so we're not gonna be able to upgrade our orb mints for a bit. Don't know what she's gonna do in response to the time limit, but I want to find her all the same. Let's get a move on. Can't allow them to blow it all sky high. This is the fastest way to the Satan District. If we hoof it on foot, we can probably get there in 20 minutes. Man, what I wouldn't give to have your truck right now, Van. All those frozen people aren't going anywhere. Think they'd mind if we borrowed a car? I don't believe those vehicles can move. So it's because I wonder if Van had driven Bearguard's motorcycle, would that be able to be used? And that's illegal. It's a bit of a run, but I'm sure we can manage. I'm sure committing one crime to prevent the entirety of the continent from being blown sky high is a small price to pay. Van! Whoa. Okay, well, he never drove the... Whoa! Is that, Yeah. What's the truck doing here? I guess Juniper and one of the street racers decided to bring it to us? Now that's what I call a sight for sore eyes. Oh, right. I did give you guys the keys to do maintenance on her, didn't I? Yeah, my uncle filled me in on everything as soon as I got back to Riverside. Well, genuinely, they're the MVPs. Then some woman named Fee told us where you were headed. Oh. That must have been after we parted ways. I'm just glad our feet are saved. For sure. Thanks for the hookup. Oh, don't worry about it. You guys have helped us plenty. But aren't their requests all optional? Well, Van would talk to Juniper anyways, but maybe not Graham. Yeah, you even lent a hand with that race earlier today. We'll send our friends around to make sure your allies have rides too. Thank you. Alright, next stop, the Satan District. Maybe there is a version of this cutscene where we have to walk there. If we hadn't done any of their requests. But even one would get us this, I think, probably. Trails Through Daybreak. If it's even that variable in the first place. Okay. Whew. Wait, it took us about the same amount of time to drive here as it did to run here. Pandemonium's effect seems to be even more pronounced here. Oh, look up there! There it is, and I'm guessing Judith was got by that one. You kidding me? Why's it gotta be so high up? Right, we've never been to the roof of that building, I don't think. If we can't do something about it, this miasma will only grow thicker. Alright. We have company. Then let's take him down. Then we can...
Wait! Leave this to us.
Prince Shahid. Alright then. Your Highness! Najee! Fawn, I forgot you were in this part of town. Can Fawn fight?
Illume the darkness. 7 Shams!
I shall join you, even if it has been some time since I last fought.
Okay, clearly he can.
Gone, foul fiends, and disperse!
Whoa, okay, so he uses talismans.
It's over! Vera Throgna!
They're all nice with it, can't lie.
Amazing!
And now one's for us. That wasn't the last of them. This must be the Demon Sphere's work.
We should retreat for now. We'll only wear ourselves down trying to face them all.
This way, you guys! You'll be safe indoors. There's more than enough space for everyone in here.
Marielle, Nina, Sara. Got it. We're on our way. So yes, it's good that we have so many people, so many allies spread out around the place. They hurried inside the hotel and remained vigilant while making sure that no devils were going to follow them inside. They then began exchanging information with one another. We're going to be able to find out Judith's current status because she's conspicuously absent. So Judith went off on her own, huh? Yes, that's right. She went out saying she had something to take care of after that message from the Mafia earlier. Oh my gosh. Everybody here, maybe except Marielle, already knows, but clearly she was trying to keep her secret identity, not so secret identity, secret. She insisted that she had someone she could depend on so we shouldn't worry. But of course I'm going to worry. I can't help but wonder if it's that Grim Cat who made an appearance in Tharbad. She and Judith didn't feel like strangers to me. Your Highness. I wouldn't put it past the Prince or Fawn to figure out the truth at all. Marduk strongly suspects that she's Grimcat as well. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't do a good job of hiding it. I've heard all kinds of rumors about how capable Grimcat is as a thief, so I could rest a little easier if she's helping Judith. But only a little. Anyway, she seemed like she was off to investigate that sphere. I had a feeling that was what she was out to do. Okay, leave this to us. She's the main reason we're in this area, yeah? She's one of us now. We gotta look out for her. I do remember her saying that you were helping her prepare for her next film or something. We leave her in your capable hands then. She was sure that you were going to come for her. She didn't doubt it for a moment. I suspect she's waiting for you even now. So she wasn't swallowed up by the sphere. Judith. Got it. Thanks for telling us all this. Still, we've been led to believe that the power of this demon sphere is quite formidable. I don't know how much we'll be able to help you, but we would like to join you all the same. Oh, is Shahid or Sharid? Oh my gosh, is Sharid gonna be a guest? You sure? We're not gonna turn down your help if you're willing to give it. I most certainly am. I was planning to head out myself to investigate if Judith had not spoken up first. I wasn't able to do anything to help you near Central Station, but His Highness and I will give you our full support now. In that case, you can leave protecting this hotel to me. Sounds good. You and your curses should be plenty to keep this place secure. Then we will accept your most gracious of offers. Now that we've settled this matter, we should be on the move.
Just please, all of you, be careful. That includes you, Van. Don't ever let what Dingo said leave your mind.
Wouldn't dream of it. Okay, so Crown Prince Sharid and Najee have temporarily joined the party as guests. They really held off on Ren.
You need something? Please come again.
She never joined up at all. But oh well. Let's take a look at. They're not even in the thing. Wow, that kind of sucks.
Take this.
But oh well. We're just gonna go ahead and do what we need to do. Can we even get over there? Oh, well. First one down. Wait, another one is appearing?
It reappeared.
Wait, what? Do we have to get rid of them in a certain order or something? Hold on, let me go ahead and KO this thing again. Okay, so is it gonna... What the heck? Interesting. So how are we supposed to... There's probably... I'm assuming there's an order that we have to do this in, then. Okay. Oh, this is where that, shop... This is where Judith and Maxim got caught out. So it's an actual place we can go to, huh? Nope, not interested in
I
that.
suggest physical attacks for now.
We can't get to that one. Okay, so it must be... Rather than this one here on the bridge... What if we destroy this one down here? Have we had to do these in a specific order this whole time and I've just been getting lucky? I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Because if this one comes back, I'm not gonna be sure what we gotta do. Okay, so yes, we do have to do them in a certain order.
Okay, path's open now.
So I'm gonna leave that one that was constantly regenning alone for right now. We're just gonna head over to this one, get this destroyed, and then handle the one that we've already broken twice over. Is that... We didn't get anything for that. Okay. Well, we've got one more, and that other blue thing is the, Okay, so now when we go ahead and destroy this... Or actually, not yet. Well, we actually can't switch because Otis, the Hollow Core, reached level 5, and I'm just maxing those out, but without an Ormic charging station or Cocktail, we actually can't change it, so... Will it finally let us through? Yes. Okay, so it was a fake out.
The barrier over the police station has lifted.
Can't wait to see what dumb bullshit she's gotten herself into. This ought to make for a good laugh.
Aaron, our goal is to help her, not mock her.
That hits the spot.
I'm sure she'll be alright. I can sense people inside. I'm going in first. Got it. Just be No, get back. Sphere's going crazy. Fairy! Van! I'm fine. Forget about me. What is that? We haven't seen that before. That doesn't look like it's gonna be easy to break. It's an extremely potent barrier made up of tens of layers.
7 stones from the Sea of Stars. Become my strength!
Your Highness! I thought it was gonna keep going. The jewel arts of the Oswald family. There are 8 stones right there, though. Ugh. My power alone isn't going to be enough. Ugh. If only we could break through here.
Then allow me to grant you my aid.
Who is this? I've said that a lot, but who is this? Is this Ashlad? It is, okay. Because I was like, that voice is very unfamiliar. But it, like Bearguard, if he was still in the church, he would probably be able to help out here. It seems like something church folk would be able to get past. Oh, Ashlad. And then, what is that? A war maze? No, it's called a Morning Star. No, I think the business end isn't spherical enough for it to be that. We'll just call it a war mace or something. The thaumaturgy of the church. You'll only have a moment to get inside once it breaks. Najee, go with them. If that is your wish, Your Highness. It's gonna break. Now! Whew, just barely. So that's cool. The jewel arts of the... And Maxim!
There you are.
Am I ever happy to see you, Spriggan?
Judith! Maxim! I'm not seeing Yume and Paulette here, but that just means we don't gotta be gentle. Can you two take care of this? No problem. Understood. Well...
Nice work.
So, what's it got for us this? Oh, these things will be weak to arts then. Now the real battle begins. I won't fail the Crown Prince after he helped forge a path for us. We're counting on you, bodyguard. How about you? What are you gonna do?
It's payback time, after I let myself get captured without a fight, of course.
So it'll probably put her in our party. Yeah, but that's okay.
Keep it up now.
We'll be able to, Ooh, lost Mobius. But she's got Chrono Drive.
Activating drive.
She will also lost Mobius.
Activating drive.
Heal. Oh, well. I guess we'll Plasma Sphere. Dang. You might have to have her Aegis Shield. This crit is gonna hurt. Oh, I guess not. We are massively stat down though.
Dispatching shield.
There is that. Head bash. Dang, dude, how freaking slow is Rosette?
I won't let this chance slip by.
Tyrant Storm. Well, don't mind if we do.
You know what to do, Anya.
And that brings everybody in for more damage. Yeah, we're gonna need a bit of a setup. Somebody's got a La Forte.
Activating drive.
Jelly Smack.
I have to do something.
Yeah. She will immediately go next, it looks like. Okay. And this crit, well, might as well, right? Right. So that damage is looking mighty right. Could be a little bit better, but I didn't bother to go ahead and pump us up when I had the opportunity. She'll actually Aegis Shield.
Activating drive.
Next, please.
Well, it's not the worst thing ever. She did an okay amount of damage. These things do have us cornered, though. We're all standing right here. I think that'll move. Yeah, that repositions Najee. Makes it so we're not all getting got by that. What about another Chrono Drive? So, I don't think, well, Najee might be able to get got. We'll be fine, though.
Here I go.
She will continue to Tyrant Storm. I don't think she's got EP Absorb.
Something's trying to attack.
Something's coming. Get ready.
Yeah, it's next up. 30, 15, 15,
Right detected.
30.
Take care.
I should have bought more of those.
Something's trying to attack.
Alright, well, she'll just lost Mobius.
Activating drive.
Not too bad as far as the damage goes. Oh, does having the shield up mean we don't actually get... No, because I'm looking at Van's thing, and I'm not sure if having the shield up prevented us from getting, It's kind of unclear. Maybe Van just didn't get hit? That's 0 Rs. No, okay, yeah, so that was just, he did just not get hit.
Brace yourself.
Whew. Is that one? Is it done? Oh, okay, no. There's a lot of loading going on here. Alright. The stun is nice, but we definitely don't want to suffer any deaths here. Is Najee carrying? A little bit. I'm gonna need to take another... It feels like I'm constantly playing cat and mouse with her thing, because Rosette I don't know what I need to do, but Rosetta is,
We strike now.
she's definitely not doing too grand. Ooh, another crit.
Great.
Get some. That should be it for the sphere. There we go. Took a second for it to realize it was dead, but we eventually got there. She'll help out Mr. Arkride.
Sucker.
Mr. Arkwright! Now!
So, yeah, she's only dealing 5 damage. I don't know what I'm doing.
Descend on me!
Oh,
First force! Taika Karsalama!
Boost gauge when
she's
it
had an
is.
S-Craft this whole time? I've never seen her use that. Jelly Smack.
Payback time.
And it's just because these things are more susceptible to arts than anything else.
Activating drive.
Now you down!
Okay,
I
and
won't
Van
let this chance slip
can...
by.
She'll off Forte first. And then once she'll off Fortes, then Van will be able to go in there and deal as much damage as possible.
A chance.
Why can she not Grim Knight Waltz?
I suggest we
Oh,
strike
well,
now.
whatever.
Now! Yeah.
There we go.
A chance. Great.
And then a bit more.
Dispatching
What is
shield.
that? That's... I guess it must be that weird status preventing her from doing it?
Moving in.
Because we've got everything else.
Keep it up now.
Maximum boost.
Yeah, Agnes will also lost Mobius.
Initiating skill.
Okay, she must be under the... Whatever that status is, maybe the one, same one that we were under at the start?
You're stunned.
No, she still can't do it.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Alright, well, whatever. Let's go for that free Tyrant Storm. These things were not trying to die.
That's how it goes.
I won't stop here.
So, no bad memories for either of these pair?
Everything's back to normal.
That's what you get for messing with me. But what took you so long? We were waiting for ages.
Well, we had a lot of stuff to get through. Sorry about that. All's well that ends well, though. Sounds like you believed in your heart of hearts that we'd come for you. That's kind of sweet.
Don't try and get cute with me. I just have a duty as Grimcat to...
She's just outright saying it now.
I heard nothing.
I feel like I just heard something mind-blowing.
Don't worry about it.
But my brain's kind of fried right now, so I'm just gonna... forget it.
I appreciate that.
She's so bad at this. It's like the worst kept secret in the world at this point.
I see everything worked out.
So, was there...
I'm glad you're all right, Your Highness.
You-
And you were from the church, I believe?
Yeah, he's doing some shady stuff. He is part of the Papal Guard. It is reassuring that you are also working to quell this crisis.
Indeed. Though I regret that I am alone. All of my subordinates are frozen in place.
Yeah, we never had the pleasure. Makes sense. We're acquainted with you, but we haven't said a word to any of your people. Van,
Huh? But what? Am I missing something?
don't worry, it'll all make sense soon.
So this is connected to you in some manner. I did wonder.
Speak. We don't have much time, but this sounds like something we should at least hear a brief summary of before heading off.
You know what? Yeah, they are definitely staunch allies of ours, so... Alright, buddy. This is gonna blow your freaking mind, maybe. They shared their theory with those present in case any of them had evidence that would support or discredit it. Has Van ever talked to those goons? I guess he has. I can't believe it. So right now, everyone moving is someone connected to you in some way? Is that even possible? Through the power of the Genesis, everything is possible. The vast majority of my men are also frozen, but now that I think about it, the only exceptions are the ones who acted as guides for you in Longport. It's the same for my people. Only those who interact with him are still moving. I don't know what exactly this means, but I suspect investigating and resolving this matter is your cross to bear. Your Highness. Yes, Your Highness. I'm painfully aware of that. I gotta clean up my own mess, and trust me, I will. If I may, Your Highness, that's not true. This isn't just Van's cross to bear. We will all bear it with him. She's right. We all confronted Almada in the past. Yeah, we don't plan on letting him pull his "I gotta do this alone" BS this time around. You still clearly have a lot to learn, young one. Should've known. What a great team. Fair enough. I see that I was mistaken. I still don't trust Nina.
I still need you guys to prepare for my next role, which means that I'll be sticking around until I'm satisfied.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So let's take these jerks down. Who knows? Maybe the experience will come in handy if they ever ask me to play Grimcat.
Yeah, wonder why they would ever do that. I don't think she cares how silly her story sounds as long as she can justify coming with us. Still, we're very happy to have you. Yeah, now we just have to find Kaksha and the Arkwright Solutions gang is all back together. So let's get on over to Albert District. Yeah, the countdown's still going, so we don't have more. What else could Melchior possibly have to add? Not again. This isn't Miss Bright. Wait, what? Oh.
Hello again. It's time for another update.
My mind went to the other Miss Bright, and I was like, why would Rosette say that? But
the demon spheres in the 2nd, 9th, and 10th districts have all been destroyed.
Oh, our allies working with us.
Now you have 3 hours and 50 minutes remaining. Better get to it now.
Oh, wait, have we been to those? I don't have the numbers of the districts memorized, just their names. We might have actually done all of that. He still gets my goat, but he sure seemed less talkative than he did back in Arasion. I'm not surprised either. Everyone on our side has been working so hard to stop them. Yeah, if we exclude Vontai for now, there's only 3 districts left to handle, like Albert. You're heading back out there now then? Yeah, leave Paulette and Yume to us. We'll bring them back safe and sound. You said you were separated from them when you were escaping Vontai, didn't you? Yeah. I'm planning to head back out and check a few routes out of it where they could be myself. That's asking for death. I'll leave Albert to you. If you do find them, then please help them. That goes without saying. I've known them both way longer than you have, you know. Please be careful, you guys. I'm going to keep doing all I can as a reporter and cover for what Dingo would have done too while I'm at it. I plan to help out whenever and wherever I can too. Just like my sister. Come back safe, Judith. And if she tries to do anything silly, give her a good telling off for me, everyone. Don't act like you're my mother. Iscariot's taciturn vice captain departed shortly after, saying he had another mission to take care of. Van and friends also departed the area, leaving everyone to return to action in their own ways. Judith rejoined the party, absolutely golden. So, next, it looks like there's 2. There is, so I guess we have to go back down to the parking garage in order to see this. Whoa, what's Nina doing? She calling someone? Yes, that's just fine. As we speak, the threads of fate are coming together. What is she doing? When the time comes, I will make my move. Huh? Nina? I knew I was right not to trust her. She's just got, okay, she reminds me of a certain Crossbell doctor, basically. She's just too prominent to have not done anything. Or certain glasses where in I think that was saying too much. A certain glasses wearing cosplayer, you know. You have this prominent character sticking around a whole lot, but who isn't involved in the plot at all. It's got to come to a head at some point. Oh, Judith and the Arkwright crew too. What are you all doing? I guess you could ask me the same. Yeah, I think I will. The hell are you up to, lady? It sounded like you were talking to someone, but you don't have a device or anything. Oh dear. Yeah, that's a bad habit of mine. Sometimes I just sort of switch into character and recite my lines when nobody's around. I'm sure Judith could tell you all about it. She's seen me do it once or twice. Obviously, it's kind of creepy when I do it, so I try to make sure I'm alone when I practice. That does sound fair. Oh, right. I remember hearing about that. They say you get really into character, almost like you're possessed. Right, we're not buying that. Yeah, I've kind of gotten used to it, but maybe pack it in at times like this, yeah? Once this is all over, I'd be happy to help you practice your lines as much as you need. I think I'll take you up on that. I'm going to head back to the lobby. They need all the help they can get over there. Take care of yourself, everyone. Promise me, okay, Judith? Roger that. Just be a good girl and wait for this to blow over, okay? Yeah. Now the party is definitely suspicious of her too. Maybe, to some extent. But we're gonna go to Albert and rescue Katra in a second. Alright, so first we definitely have to switch Rosette out. Yeah, strength 557. Her strength is just really low. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and head to another district, namely Albert. It's probably the kidnapped party this time is probably going to be Katra and Esmeralda. But I'm not sure who the fighters here are because, no, in Albert? Because in Vontai there were only like 3 people. The air here is about as polluted as in the Satan district. 3 people that we knew. Okay. The cathedral. Damn it. The next sphere's right on the grounds of Aramis, huh? Oh, that's Aramis. There's a barrier standing between us and it, too. What, like 2 districts wasn't enough? Be on guard. We have company. What the? 2 big ones. They're blocking our exit. And this is the first time we've seen these ones. You don't think they were waiting to ambush us, do you?
Come on. Not more of these things.
Celis is here.
It's like there's no end to them.
Risha. They were hanging out here, weren't they?
Farewell. Flying swallow!
They were having a nice little
Let's
eating.
Do this, partner.
Whoa. She's crazy with the Templar sword. Holy shit. Glad they're not here to fight us.
I'm so glad to see you're all safe.
Likewise, except I didn't think for a second that anything could threaten you.
Leon told me you guys were busting your asses, and looks like he wasn't wrong.
How did Leon... Well, Leon probably... There's definitely been plenty of time for Leon to have met up with her since we've seen him in the Blacklight District.
Not that you dream of slacking with our master breathing down your neck.
I am simply giving them a little moral support. Nothing more. Looks like you've already caught each other up on what's going on. Oh, by the way, you haven't seen Katra, have you? I believe Elaine was in this area too. They really did save Elaine for last. So, if it's not Esmeralda, then it might be Katra and Elaine who are stuck up there. Now that you mention it, I hear that she was with you in the patisserie before the crisis.
Yeah. All this stuff went down just after we finished paying.
Oh, had to make sure they got their, they didn't get the stuff for free.
But she said she was leaving this district to us and ran off.
Oh, so she's not here.
Nothing catches Beauty's blade off guard. Don't know where she went, though.
Sounds about right. I wonder where she could have gone.
I wish we knew where Katra was too.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the cathedral here, chatting with the old-timers.
We split up and searched for him after our enemy's last message, but he was nowhere to be found.
Really? That's worrying. He's got his drones with him, so I'm sure he's fine.
Van and friends sighted.
Oh, well, speak of the devil. He's in the sphere, isn't he? Theo!
It's one of his little things.
It doesn't seem to be floating very steadily, though.
You know what? Now that she's pointed it out, yeah. What happened to your master, Theo? Is Zeros with you?
Negative. The location of Zeros is unknown. All signs suggest that Katra was absorbed into the space within that demon sphere.
Yep, just like we figured. Shit! So he got captured like Agnes and I did. We were too late. Are we just... What? There's so many of them!
It's too dangerous to stay here. We need to go.
The cathedral's not far. Come on.
So that's gonna be our base here then. I was wondering if it would just let us immediately start fighting it, but they hurried inside the cathedral where they would be safe. Once inside, they shared what they knew on the crisis that was occurring. Okay, yeah, and the old-timers.
Damn it all. So that's where Katra is.
Van, you said that those absorbed by a demon sphere are not in any immediate danger, correct?
Right, at least not physically. Ren was going through it emotionally. That's right. We can't make any guarantees, but they came out unharmed in every case so far. That's right. So I'm sure Katra is just fine too. Yeah, Maxim and I barely had a scratch on us. Well, Maxim's tailbone probably shattered at the end, but... Though I wish we knew what the spheres were capturing people for.
That is not hard to discern. They are simply absorbing those who bear a close connection.
Oh, they're going after people who are connected to Van? But why? Why is Van's connection to people so important?
And by that, I do not mean close to Almada, but rather the key at the center of this predicament.
Dang. Okay, well, Gian, let's go ahead and pick your brain a little bit more then. Wait, say what? Just how much do you know about all of this? Yeah, he's been able to put it together pretty quickly.
Age begets wisdom, and wisdom allows one to see that which the young cannot.
So he's clued in because he's old?
I imagine the professor and the roaring lion are of the same mind.
I will refrain from comment. You're making me feel bad for not having a clue what's going on, you know. But either way, all this can wait. Our first priority's gotta be getting Katra out of that sphere and smashing it up, no? You're not wrong, especially since we're against the clock now. Let's go get him. Come on, Theo. Understood. Which means we'll have to get rid of that barrier. Indeed. To do that, we will need to begin by surveying the surrounding area once more. Thank you all. We are counting on you. You need not thank us. He's our friend, and we care about him too. I will accompany you. This would not have happened if we had simply worked together in the first place. This isn't your fault at all. You really do take things too personally. Still, I ain't gonna say no to the help. The same to you, all of you. I'd offer to come with you myself, but it looks like you've got more than enough help already. So, I'm gonna use a little trick of mine to see if I can't aid you from here. Oh, what's this? Oh? I believe we can depend on her here. She may not seem the part, but she is one of the finest knights in the church. No, power-wise, she's definitely there. It's just her attitude is not what I would expect from a church worker. Well, sorry for not seeming the part. If I use my stigma, even I can handle clairvoyance, even if I suck at it otherwise. Oops. We'll pretend we didn't hear that. We're counting on you. You do that! Now get going! Clairvoyance. I'm sure that's been mentioned before. Press L2 to use field search functionality. This is okay, but Falcom is definitely, at this point, in my mind at least, Falcom is infamous for introducing brand new gameplay mechanics at the 11th hour.
Not this way.
If we're gonna put Theo to work, it'd be good to have them search a place that's actually suspect. Oh, okay, well. Oh, but the things are right here, aren't they? All right.
Proximity probe.
There it is.
Heat signature detected.
These things are giving off heat? Well, I guess they do shoot rays of heat rays at us. And this one appears to be black instead of red.
I'll take you on. A chance.
Whoa! Risha's just in the party! Well, that's... okay. Don't mind if we do. So if we picked Heiyue, then we would have gotten Risha with Sal backing us up in that manner. I see.
Activating skill.
Well, that's cool. Okay, and thankfully it didn't respawn. So maybe the whole respawning thing was just something in that place. But okay, cool. Risha Mao. Definitely remember her first mention. The principal, or the vice principal? Whoa, there are a ton here. The vice principal going crazy as a fan in CS. I actually think this would have been in CS1. Yeah, it would have been. Oh, okay, we can't get in there just yet. It would have been in CS1 because CS1, oh my gosh, they could not stop talking about Crossbell.
The enemy.
Commencing proximity probe.
Oh.
Probing complete. No unusual activity found in the vicinity.
Oh. Well, okay then. So there's just suspect spots. That's okay. So we're not always gonna find one in every spot we check. I see. We're probably the orphanage is probably going to end up being the final spot. Because it is behind a yellow barrier, and that's been pretty consistent so far.
Commencing proximity probe. Probing complete. No unusual activity found in the vicinity.
Okay, so if we don't get a cutscene, we know that it's not actually a spot there. So, yep. Just like I figured. Wait, that's only two.
Now we can get a move on.
Is there...
Watch out.
Yeah. So there were two fakes. But that's cool. They're cloaking themselves here rather than the trap is a bit different. Though it didn't seem like there were any traps in the first one, so maybe I just didn't trigger them. Oh, this is not the orphanage. All right, well, hey.
Response found. Heat signature detected.
Zeros.
There he is.
Oh. Has Zeros found it but just can't make it uncloak itself?
Zeros! I'm so glad we found you.
Aw, so adorable. I would love to have a Zeros in real life. What a relief! You're looking well, buddy. I get it now. So you picked up Katra's scent and that led you here. Oh, there's no sphere? But the scent ends here and there's nothing underground. Did we get all that right? Well, that's strange. What's going on? I suspect there's a demon stone somewhere in the vicinity. That must be the origin of the scent. These stones appear to be similar in nature to the demon spheres, That must be why they could sense Katra through it. Correct. I can detect his unique spiritual wavelength. Wow, technology's pretty advanced. Continue caution as advised. Ugh, these stones are probably going to be just as much of a pain to take out as the spheres. A distinct possibility. Regardless, if we can determine where this one is lurking, we have ways of drawing it out of the shadows. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's smash that stone so we can get Katra back! What is it, Zeros? It looks like they have something to tell you. Zeros is granting you temporary authorization to execute their offensive programs. Wait, so is Fairy going to be able to use Katra's crafts for right now? They want to be of service in rescuing Katra. Wait, you want me to give you commands in battle like Katra does? Sure sounds like it. You've handled military monsters before, so I say you're more than qualified. Wait, I'm sure she won't be able to use her S-Craft, but we're absolutely swapping Fairy in. I mean, I've only done that in training. So that means you got more training than anyone else. But if you trust me, then I'll do my best. Let's save your master together. I'm sure we don't have anything to worry about if Fairy's in charge. Man, why couldn't have given me authorization? Maybe if you weren't so unbelievably untrustworthy, you'd have a shot. Alright, gang, let's smoke that stone out. Fairy can temporarily use Procyon Fang. So, I want to have her do it at least the once. But she only got the one craft.
Commencing proximity probe.
We're actually not going to,
Response found.
Oh, I wanted to change Otis out if need be. Oh well.
I'll take you on.
Oh, and check that out.
I'll round them up and scatter them.
Damage, A damage down.
Going all in.
Hit him. Good news. I found what you were looking for.
That's clairvoyance.
That is good news indeed. Where should we go?
Head to the side street, by the cathedral. The little gray guy ought to be able to home in from there.
Much appreciated, Celise.
I'm still sure we can't even do it from here. I'm still sure we've seen that type of thing before. But okay, so Theo is with Van, and Zeros is currently taking commands from Fairy.
Commencing proximity probe.
Is this gonna...
Response found.
Another one? There are way more here than in any of the other spots.
I'll take you on.
So, last one up, and now we're gonna be able to get this done.
The barrier by the school gate is down.
Let's get on in there and save Katra.
I'll lend you my support.
Okay, cool. Let's use this. Orbit settings, and we want to customize. Who's got Otis? She does. And she's also got an unopened slot on that arts driver. How do we change our... How do we change our holocore?
Adjustment complete.
There's so many menus for the orbit, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Oh, crap. Why can't I just go up to it? All right. So Aaron is still on Gop, but I think, and Rosette is still on Karabia. Physical damage up, so we definitely don't want to take her off of that. We might just be able to put her back onto AIM, potentially. Or I guess we can put her on Pakel. Arts cast time 60%. Oh, never mind. We'll just leave her on Otis. But while we're here, let's see what her...
Commencing maintenance.
That's why. She's got an Action 1 and an Action 2, but no Action 3 or anything like that. What do we have? We have no Action 3s. And she needs attacks as well. What kind of quartz? Alright, so we'll make... let's actually, instead of doing that, let's actually make sure we have every single slot open. Yeah. So anyone who still has an unopened slot is not going to be able to get any love, actually. There we go. Yeah, he's 960. Alright, well, now we can go ahead and make some action quartz. Oh, we can make 2. Is there anything in an EP cut 3, which I think she might already have? I just want to bring, because she just does not feel innocence. Whoa, a customizable arts driver with no shortage of free slots. Sure. But this comes with literally nothing. So, no, that's not it. There we go. Set quartz. Okay, so she has an EP cut 1, hit 2, defense 2, freeze. Yeah. Instead of freeze, we're gonna give her... let's give her that action 3. And she only has a cast 1. Crit plus 24%. Nah, we're gonna give her cast 2. And instead of this defense 2, that EP cut 3. I mean, it's definitely not the greatest setup ever. Strength plus 6. Oh, it's a straight upgrade. Sure, why not? This is Aaron. This is Aaron. Oh my god.
Commencing maintenance.
Alright, well. That's why we've got multiple. So instead of strike 2, we'll give her this action 3. She definitely needs an EP cut.
Commencing maintenance.
God dang it. Alright, so I definitely did F that up, but it's all good. She's got so many slots. Why does she still feel so weak?
Skill confirmed.
Alright. But I take away her mind in order to make it so that she can use arts more effectively, and then I'm surprised when her attacks, she has no mind, she has no attack, and I'm surprised when her attacks suck. So it's like, why is she so weak? It's because of me. But
Your ornament, are you?
I'm not gonna worry about Van for right now. Van is in a very good spot.
Alrighty. But
Alright. So, let's go ahead and get to rescuing. What we gotta do? 3 biological reactions detected. Prediction, Katra, Yume, and Paulette. It's not just Katra? We weren't expecting to find Yume and Paulette here, too. We were gonna bust this thing up anyway. Now we can get 3 people for 1. Here it comes. So hopefully they're in there and they're fine. Such negative energy. This will not be an easy battle.
Hey, I'm here now.
Celis is gonna help out? Celis, your timing couldn't have been better. Thanks for coming. Can you give us a hand?
Damn right I can. Searing seal of mine, shining from the abyss. Overflow from within me and become a great stream to quell this evil.
Right. Using that good old Hado on it. Now's our chance, everyone. Right. Understood. So...
Oh, no you don't! You're up against me!
So she's gonna 1v1 it. I really like Celise, actually. Master Driver. Why do we only get it just now?
Why, Mom? Why, Dad?
Oh.
I don't want this. I don't want to be...
Catra! Hang in there, Catra!
Uh-oh. So, okay, I guess Judith and Maxim didn't have any trauma that it could exploit?
Please don't cry. We're here for you.
Sorry for the wait, you three.
All right. And we got a whole army.
You're here.
Oh, everybody's here.
Yume, thank goodness you're okay. Catra, Paulette. The heroes of justice are here to save the day. Can you handle this, Master? Gladly. So, it seems like Catra's parents, suck big time. But they're also not dead, then. Return! What was... Okay, well, I guess that was some sort of chi restoration thing.
Where am I? Right. That giant sphere absorbed us, then...
Or maybe because he's using church powers, it's more like a spiritual rejuvenation.
Bear Guard! Van! You all came for me.
Of course, we weren't gonna let our resident mechanic just die up here. Of course we did. Yep, time to wake up, sleepyhead.
Catra is back.
Was it you two who led everyone here, then? Thank you. But it looks like we're not out of the woods yet, huh?
So, what's it gonna summon this time? These look like the spider things we killed in Nord. On your guard, they're about to strike. We'll see about that. Are you sure you're up for this?
Of course. I had an awful nightmare, but a good sleep is sometimes just what you need to wash away the fatigue. Time to make this thing pay.
Good, because I'm up for that. I'll back you up all I can. So let's get to killing these things.
Give me your worst.
Yep, and put Catra in the party. Alright, that's fine.
That's a great time
Ark
for a
of
short
Eldorado. Ooh. But we'll actually Chrono Drive. Blood Breath. So now we're sped up. I do want to get the Flaming Prayer off at the very least. How about a La Crest? Yeah. Wait, she can still use Procyon Fang? Alright, well.
Brace yourself.
That's fine by me. I'm sure Zeros is gonna switch back over to wait, can they both use Procyon Fang, I wonder? They probably can both use it. Spider Pride. Ah, that's fine. Trembling.
Payback time.
And Van's got a CP upcoming his way, so that's perfect.
A chance.
Yes, sir. One more of these.
Perfect chance.
And she can Flaming Prayer a second time.
Breathe on to us.
A chance. Great.
Go ahead and get in there.
I shall handle this.
We don't... Can we? What is that status? Hold on, let's see if that's something we can cure. Where is it? Curia Balm? Yes, whatever that is, it prevents us from using our S-Craft.
Engaging skill. Boost gauge upgraded.
Now, Bear Guard, he hits hardest out of everybody. It's really not a competition.
I think I've grown a little.
Well, there we go. That's everybody returned safely. Giant crowd. So, this...
They did it, huh?
We've demystified it.
Whoa.
We're back outside.
So those spheres can deploy their own phase spaces. It defies all imagination.
Does it? The Genesis seemed like, well, okay, if Katra says it, it must be true.
Still, I expected you to be here a little sooner. Though I did have faith you would come for me.
Of course. You're a treasured part-timer. We don't take customer complaints, kiddo. But I'm happy you believed in us. Sounds like you were doing your part while we were away too. Good work. Shame you ended up getting caught, but at least you left Theo to pick up where you left off.
Stop touching me already!
I'm glad everything worked out in the end, Katra.
They don't seem, well, I guess they weren't worried because they knew we would come for them, but still, that had to have been a crazy experience.
Van! I want attention!
You know what? She's at least, hey. Alright. You did real good too, Yums. She's so adorable. Thank you for your help, Risha. And you, Celise. The fact that we needed it stings a little, but we appreciate it all the same. Oh, not at all.
Dealing with devils is part of my job description anyway.
That's true. Well now, you actually pulled it off. Where's Gian? Oh, okay. Katra, thank goodness you're safe.
Professor! Supervisor!
What, did you tag along to check on us too, Gian? I feared you would have need of these weary bones. Not so, fortunately. I'm sure he can still throw down big time. Regardless, Pandemonium's influence still reigns here. We should hurry back to the cathedral. So now that we've gotten everybody rescued, what's next on the agenda? They hurried back to the cathedral together where the exhausted Yume and Paulette were able to enjoy some warm soup and relax. Afterwards, Elder Gian and Professor Hamilton told them of a past crisis that was disturbingly similar to their current predicament. The Tyrant? So the situation in Longport 40 years ago was like this too. Yeah. Indeed. No one was frozen in time, admittedly. But the Tyrant took control of the city's people using the dragon veins from Heilong Chengjai. Invisible spirits ran rampant through Longport's streets, stealing the energy of those who lived. So are there different types of pandemonium then? I remember hearing something similar from my own father, the first Yin, or the previous Yin, I should say. I do remember hearing about something crazy going on down there many years back. If I was asked to name more recent parallels, there are also the crises in Crossbell and Liberl 4 and 6 years ago, respectively, as well as the Civil War in the Empire 4 years ago and the Battle of Jormungand 2 years ago. All things we directly experienced. Those stemmed in part from a great curse that spread across the land through the earth veins. They also spawned devils as well. Really? So what are we supposed to infer from the fact that what's going on here is similar to all that? I don't know. To my knowledge, the current time phase has never happened anywhere before. Realizing pandemonium on a country or even continent-wide scale is no mean feat. Especially in the area near a certain church-related facility. Am I wrong? You are very astute. A church-related facility? You're not one of the 3 disciples for nothing, huh? I wonder, is this, we saw a church-specific place back in Trails in the Sky the 3rd. No, actually, I think that was somewhere in Liberl. We're talking about the primal grounds, right? The original, the others are based on being in Arteria. The nearest one isn't anywhere in the capital though, right? Never mind here. You are correct. Unlike the Empire's capital, this city didn't exist before the Middle Ages. It should come as no surprise that it is light on spiritual protection. On the plus side, at least that means the primal ground isn't going to be used maliciously like it was in the Empire. I feel like, right now, we're hearing a hell of a lot of stuff we shouldn't be. Still, I suppose what it all boils down to is that we need to be just a little cautious when appraising the current crisis, correct? Precisely.
Van, I believe you and you alone hold the key to quelling this chaos.
Seems to be.
The devices that your great-grandfather left you will no doubt be essential as well, Agnes.
The Genesis.
However, I don't believe you should obsess over the negative aspects of your role in this. Instead, take a close look at your surroundings. Most of the city's people are frozen, but so many are not. And the sheer number who are not is a testament to just how many bonds and friendships you have formed with everyone around you.
She's making me feel a lot better about ignoring basically everybody who didn't give us a request. Professor Hamilton. Huh. I don't know what to say. How am I even supposed to argue with that? I know that what's happening is my problem, but even now I still don't hold all the answers as to what's going on. But I'll try not to dwell too much on that and remember how many people have got my back. Van.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure that will be the key to opening a path forward.
Right. And we'll be right there with you, of course. I don't feel like I've just been drawn into this randomly. This must be at least somewhat connected to my birth and circumstances as well.
Oh! His birth and
Why, Mom? Why, Dad?
Okay, yeah. So, I didn't think we were going to learn about Katra's circumstances in this game.
I don't want this. I don't want to be...
Katra.
Oh.
I wonder if... No, this is no time to be speculating. We'll be counting on you. Arkwright Solutions Technical Advisor. Gonna have to keep your grandson on the clock a while longer, Professor.
Of course. I can tell that he, Theo, and Zeros are as much a part of your group as anyone.
Yes, we love Katra here.
Do your best, Katra. But always behave like an engineer should. Calmly and methodically.
All right, and we gotta proceed carefully and deliberately.
I will, Gran.
You're an artisan of Basel, lad. Go do us proud. So they'll be taking their leave now? Do they remind you of Sal and your grandchildren? Including Aaron, of course. You have grown emotional, Yin. Though perhaps that is a source of strength to you now as well. He dodged the question, though. Yeah. Anyway, not to interrupt everyone's good feels bonding time, but what are we gonna do next? We've got all our people together now, so are we gonna hit up the other spheres? I was thinking that at first, but the rest of them are likely in the city's southern suburbs, and we gotta leave some places to explore for next game. Even if we do have my pickup back now, that's a bit of a trek. Indeed, there are some impassable areas on the way too. Then that just leaves the place this catastrophe first began, the Vontai district. That's right, the area Melchior says he's got protected with the giant barrier. He said we'd need to go around destroying all of the demon spheres to get through it, right? I'm sure all of our allies can handle destroying the other spheres. Yeah, he could be lying out his ass, mind, but either way, I do want to know what things are like in there. Maybe we should go check it out. I wish we could ask Eau Claire what she managed to learn. She said she was going to look into what was causing this. She did? What else should she be doing? She did run off in the direction of the pillar, come to think of it. Which would mean she was heading towards the Vontai district. Elaine was the lovely lady who helped us. Wait, you saw her? That's right. Maxim dragged the two of us away from Vontai, where we were when the crisis began. But on the way, we ended up getting separated from him, and that's when she showed up and rescued us. She was with a woman on a motorbike, and it was that woman who then saw us to safety. Okay, so she teamed up with Hermes. That must have been Hermes. That sounds like her, all right. What happened to Elaine after that, then? She said something about saying hi to you for her and then ran off. But it was towards that shiny pillar thingy, yeah. Thinking back, though, not long after that, the area she ran into lit up and some kind of symbol appeared. So it doesn't sound like we're going to be able to get into Vontai. Could that have been the barrier? If that's true, she must have slipped in there on her own before the barrier really went up. First the crazy stuff she pulled in a Rossian, now this. She really is something else. Van, I'm sure she's just fine. She's really strong after all. Indeed. I do not doubt that she is working to resolve this in her own way. Yeah, so we've got to let her do her thing while we handle stuff that can only be done from the outside. I want to enlist the help of the others so that we can... Melchior keeps calling us. Are they calling us again? I don't think so. I'd say the fact that only Miss Claudel is being called indicates Ren got the telephone network back working again? Alright, well. Oh!
Hello, Agnes. I see you're all gathered.
That's impressive. Ren! You got the communications network back online. That's actually kind of wild. They were able to do that out of the bookstore?
Of course. I managed to reboot it using a special resonance device operated by a general-purpose fork of the Aeon system.
So, basically, Tio spiritually tagged in on this.
Not to mention a little help from Marduk's new service, but let's keep that tidbit between us. Desperate times call for desperate measures, after all.
So, with that said, she really is something else, huh? She's a bona fide genius, that's for sure. I wouldn't expect any less from her. I take it this is a simulation of the Orbal Network rather than the actual one, then? She got a simulation of the Orbal Network running?
Oh, I didn't know Professor Hamilton was with you. Yes, that's right, but you still should be able to use it for everything you need.
Yeah, alright.
I contacted Associate Professor Esmeralda and Professor Cronkite just before calling all of you, but I would appreciate your help as well. We need as many heads as we can working on how to get through that barrier.
Of course. I have an Orbal computer here with me, so I can get to work right away. I guess this means we can call each other Zyphas again? Man, that's awesome! It sure looks like it. I've got a pile of unread mail here. Would you like me to contact your friends and family too? Could you? Oh, thank you! I want to know if they're okay too! Alright, Golden. So now we're that much more in the know, able to operate much more effectively. Ren really is amazing! Yeah, the air is full of hope all of a sudden just because of her. I should try calling Elaine just in... Whoa! And its voice too!
Van!
Is this the Book of Ezra eating away at his soul?
What's up with you all of a sudden?
Now it's Melchior.
You're just interrupting us? Ugh, these blasted... trying to force their way into our
The demon spheres in the 3rd, 11th, and 12th districts have been destroyed.
Okay, yes, so these must be our allies working with us then.
Big congrats! I see you've managed to get your communications network back online too, which means we're ramping up for the grand finale. Yet you still have a whole 2.5 hours to spare. Looks like I made this a little too easy.
This guy!
I wouldn't want you to feel bored during the big climax, though. Which is why I've decided to add another barrier around Vontai.
Why is he doing this?
What?
What do you want? What do you hope to gain? Giant clock tower. Okay. Oh.
Oh no.
Is this like the one in Tharbad?
This isn't good.
I think I might have overdone it a little, but your chances aren't zero, so maybe hope will prevail. Well, keep up the good work. Your end is in sight.
Oop. Yeah. Not like we couldn't see this coming. It's just close to the worst hand we could have possibly been dealt. If it really comes to it. If it really comes to it, what? That scumbag's really done it this time! Who does he think he is? Well, if he thinks this is gonna make us give up, he's got another thing coming. You're absolutely right, Judith. I couldn't agree more. Huh. Well, I imagine he is frustrated that we were able to restore communications and destroy all the spheres so quickly. Yeah, what he's doing pisses me off, but it's just proof he's really starting to lose his cool. That makes sense to me. We still have 2.5 hours left. That should be enough time to formulate a strategy. Indeed, it's time to put our heads together, combine our strength, and show them what we can really do when we're united. We'll do all that we can to get you into the Vontai district. Indeed, if you can get in there, victory is as good as ours. You've got plenty of collaborators waiting to help you too. Are we gonna be able to pick people to... Oh, aw. All the people we've met over the course of the game. You've got everyone all together in a group conversation. Whoa, alright. Whoa, yeah. There are so many people. These are just some of the bonds and connections that Van has formed with his actions. You really are fortunate, Van.
Man, I don't know what to say, you guys. All right, I don't care how long I'm in debt to you guys for this. Give me all you got. I'm counting on you all. So you better step up.
So, what's the next step? If we can't get to Vontai, oh, check it out. Trails through Daybreak. It's no longer got that eerie red. Oh, 2 hours. Okay. We never managed to get in touch with Elaine in the end, did we? So, that barrier, well, she also could probably just not be picking up. Yeah, I suspect those barriers around the Vontai district are impeding the signal. Okay, yeah. No doubt. I'm sure she's just fine in there, though. Me too. We've just got to get in there ourselves and find her. She is kind of scary, but she'll be a huge help on our side. Are we going to Vontai? Hermes, she'll have more information for us.
So glad I managed to catch you.
Hermes, we had heard you were with Miss Eau Claire.
I was for a while, helping her to get around. But eventually, she entrusted me with that mother and child's safety and went off alone. And then that barrier appeared. I'm so sorry, Arkwright. I should have stopped her.
Nobody would have been able to stop her. Don't get too hung up about it. Bracers like her have their own way of doing things. We're heading in ourselves either way. Of course! We were actually about to start preparing to do so. Really? That's a relief. I'm happy to resume my usual service for you, by the way. It's the least I can do by way of apology. I've found plenty of good routes around the city, so I can gather whatever you need and see it delivered to you. Cheers, that'll be a big help. We're counting on you. Just give me a call if you need me. I'm at your service. I really like Hermes. Alright, we've got less than 2 hours left. It's almost time to wrap up this thing. Indeed, everyone else's preparations are expected to be done around the 1 hour mark. We're going to need to head for the expressway into the Vontai district, right? Yeah, but this is going to be our final battle, so we got to make absolutely sure we're ready for it. We're counting on you, Katra. Of course. Theo and Zeros are in top form too. Then let's move. Onward and upward. Katra rejoined. Custom menu, golden. Fairy can no longer use the Procyon Fangcraft. Oh, I neglected to check if they could both do it. But if Fairy lost access, then Katra probably didn't have it. You can use Hermes' courier service once more. To request a delivery, inspect Van's car and select the order delivery option. When you wish to advance the story, inspect the car or open the travel menu and choose Head to Expressway 1 in the Albert District. Oh, whoops.
Ah, yeah, the whole gang's back together.
Hey, I'm not part of your little... Ah, who am I kidding?
Right.
I think we all just have to accept that we're part of this big, happy family.
Oh, fate often works in mysterious ways. But one thing is clear. It brought us together for a reason.
Aww. I do love their dynamic, but I think that's one thing that, that's definitely one thing that the Falcom games have always, like, I've never heard anyone say that the, yeah, we're gonna check both of these places out. I've never heard anyone say that the Falcom teams feel like co-workers, which is definitely something I've heard about other JRPG parties. Oh, does Shino have anything good? Shino's mix. Cures ailments. Nah.
Thank you.
So, what's here? Come to think of it, I believe they were going to hammer out the last bit of the plan in the Armis Student Council room. Oh, really? Yeah, Prez enhanced the local connections, so it's probably as good a place as any to finish it all up. Professor Hamilton's sticking around, right? Yeah, I think Essie said she'd be here too. Sounds like they're gonna be really busy. Maybe we shouldn't bother them. I can't imagine it would hurt to stop by, at least for moral support. Sure. Guess we're playing Miss Perfect School a visit. Oh, and our esteemed chief's alma mater too. I mean, I never graduated. Sounds exciting! Let me show you to the student council room then. It's on the 4th floor. Alright, cool. They are hard at work though. It's frustrating, but I have to admit it's performing quite well. Oh, that thing that Rosette had. I wonder what's the whole story behind this. We can talk about that later. Right now, our goal is maximizing the plan's success rate. Celise, could you measure the spiritual wavelength pattern through the Zypha one more time? Sure, whatever. No problem. Maybe if I knew what the hell I'm doing. She's just faking it till she makes it. Pardon us. Mind if we come in? Oh, you came to visit? Feel free to come in. Wow! This is what a student council room looks like on the inside. Oh, even I'd be thrilled to learn in a place as classy as this. Gran, Essie, Ren, we've come to visit. Oh, it's the punk-ass knight. You're lending a hand here, are you? Why don't you say that again and see how much of a punk I can be? But anyway, it's apparently got something to do with the plan. Leon already went ahead, by the way. I see. We'll inquire with him once we're on location. I see you were able to obtain one of Marduk's latest terminals. We did. It's the only way we could access the Orbital Network in virtual mode. Don't worry so much about the specifics. We'll talk about everything during the mission. Got it. Wasn't worried anyway. I trust you guys. Yeah, we've got a very capable group of people here. Glad to have your assistance, Professor. And the rest of you too. Celise, do what you can for them. You got it, boss. When I figure out what the hell to do, but hey. We'll head to the rendezvous point in about an hour. Van, Agnes, everyone, make sure everyone's ready for the mission. Got it. Understood. Like, I'm sure she's not, like, I'm sure Celeste isn't unintelligent, but it's like, brainiacs who are creating virtual orbital networks, most people would be out of their depth. She's, so she's trying. She's doing what she can. And telling them what she sees. That's all they can really ask of her. So, what's happening here? Oh. Van, you and your crew are off then? Yeah, don't got a lot of time left anyway. We gotta get this taken care of. Oh. Yume? Van, you're coming back, right? There's no way he would let this kill him. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, kiddo. I'm just stepping out for a bit. We need to hold a party after everything's done, yeah? Back home in Monmar. You promise? Yeah, I promise. Okay. Okay. Agnes, Fairy, everyone, please take care of Van. What? I don't need... Of course we will, Yume. We're all coming back safe. Well, if everyone's done giving their permission, can we go now? Paulette, Yume! He really made it here. Oh, Maxim. You're both safe. Oh, thank you, goddess, thank you. Calm down there, champ. Don't just barge in and start freaking out. I think it's fair for him to freak out a little. Maxim's crying again. I appreciate your concern, Maxim, and I'm glad you're doing well too. I really am glad you're safe. Paulette! Man, what a sad sack. Can we go now? Yes, we ought to give them some privacy. Wait up! I can't even begin to repay you for helping Paulette and Yume. It barely cuts it as thanks, but I'd like to give you all special seats to the Z1 Grand Prix. Oh, I thought it was going to give us an item. You better make sure you come back to enjoy it. I would actually like seeing the Grand Prix. Got it, champ. Come back soon, everyone! So, with that all said and done...
What's next?
We can just go ahead and head out. Yeah. We still got some time left. Should we head off early? There'll be no turning back. Oh, hold on. We're gonna drop a save. And, let's make sure there's no other blue anythings. So it seems like we're just saying a final farewell to everyone. Everyone! I'm so glad to see you! Are you okay, Agnes? I'm so sorry, Ashen. You must have been so worried. I'm just glad to see you're doing okay and back with your family. Now I can breathe easier. Looks like you guys have rounded up everyone in the organization you can put to work. Indeed. We don't have that many people to offer, but you can be sure that I'll put them to good use. Especially now that most members of a certain family have ceased operating given the current situation. Wait, are you talking about... You must mean the faction who sent their goons out to Arasion in secret. Oh right, there are multiple families in Heiyue. Correct. They might belong to the same organization, but lately we haven't seen eye to eye with them very much. But all of that pales in comparison to what's happening right now. We deeply appreciate your assistance in this matter, Miss Mao. Think nothing of it. I'll do my utmost to help however I can. Remind me, that chick doesn't run with the Luz, right? She's with a different family? Right, they're more a neutral family and pretty decent standing with the Luz. It's the other family that's a big concern, but if they're in no position to act, then we can probably ignore them for now. AUA will offer whatever support it can in this operation, albeit in an indirect capacity. At this stage, our efforts in the southern part of the city to evacuate those who can flee are nearing completion. However, when it comes to the technological side of dealing with the anomaly, that unfortunately is not our organization's forte. Don't worry, that doesn't mean we plan to hang you guys out to dry and leave you to fend completely for yourselves. If you guys need anything, just ask. We'll absolutely do whatever we can to back you guys up. Ashen, Fawn. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of calling in favors with you guys, but in a time like this, your help is definitely appreciated. Be that as it may, keep in mind that we also have Yin on our side as well. She may be able to lend you all her aid more directly. If you find yourself a little short on help, as it were, please don't hesitate to ask. In fact, we may even loan her out to you regardless. Great, just what I need. A guy like you looking for excuses to have us owe you one. I appreciate it. I hear you. Favors like that can have a way of snowballing. Forget it, man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. I wouldn't fight it. Don't go overboard, Sao.
May we be on our way.
Let's get going.
Okay, there actually was nobody else to talk to outside of them, but yeah, we've done everything we wanted to. Actually, might be worth getting my girl seen to before we head off. I'm racking up debts like there's no tomorrow. Didn't think I'd ever owe so much to so many people. Oh well, gotta do what you gotta do. So we're gonna visit the garage real quick? No problem. Van's group took the truck to the mechanic in the Riverside district for some quick maintenance. After that, they made their way towards Expressway 1, where everyone was beginning to gather. 1 hour left. So, everybody's
I'm glad
here.
you all could make it.
We've been waiting for you.
Kasim! Mr. Thorndyke!
Arkwright Solutions at your service. So, what are two Marduk bigwigs doing out here?
It's not like they can really leave the city, so they might as well help out.
We were given an offer that we simply couldn't refuse. Not to mention, this is a golden opportunity to capture some excellent data, and I fully intend to capitalize on it.
Of course, he's not the general manager for no reason.
Well, I'm glad you've got your priorities straight here.
You're making use of the orbital network, huh?
Indeed. Our plan is to pierce the barrier with a concentrated blast from Qasim's Buster Lance, and we will need the orbital network to do so.
Are they gonna use the orbital network to power it up?
Access to the network here in Edith is limited at present, but it is still up and running, just in a simulated state. We will funnel a majority of its processing power into his weapon and use a vast quantity of shards to fire a concentrated blast.
Sure, why not?
The primary and secondary barriers were created and are maintained by a single Genesis.
It'd be cool if we could use the power of our own Genesis to counteract it, but we haven't seen them interact in that way so far, so...
If we can overwhelm its power, even if but for a moment, we can create an opening.
However, we feared that the beam wouldn't be strong enough to break both barriers on its own. So we called in some help. With those two, the balance of power should shift in our favor.
This is a... Falcom does like having its ancillary cast help out by creating openings for the main one. I think this is like the second or third time this has happened.
They will be firing 2 supporting lasers with the power of their stigmas. We're taking a page out of that spiky onion priest's book.
Ah, Kevin mentioned.
Aha, of course.
You're referring to that trick he pulled out of the hat in Crossbell 4 years ago, right?
So you know about that, do you? Why am I not surprised?
He's like, you shouldn't know about that, but...
That technique is reliant on our Merkabas. If we had ours, we could have spared ourselves the dishonor of working with those scoundrels.
Is he talking about the CID? Not the CID, but Marduk?
Yeah, but we just gotta suck it up. We already shook on it with them, so we'll just have to wash our hands later.
Oh, burn!
Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh dear. Looks like my plan to sell our services to the Holy City will be more of an uphill battle than I anticipated.
They've got a lot of really capable personnel. I don't think they need Marduk.
I don't understand what anyone's saying, but it all sounds neat.
Trust the pros to think outside the box. Guess there's hope for us after all.
Wait, where's the bracers and CID agents? I thought they were a part of this. Actually, it's not just them. There's a lot of other people who should be here that aren't.
Are they gonna attack from other angles, maybe?
All of them are on standby. We have them at our beck and call, and they will be ready to spring into action should this operation end in failure.
Oh, in case we all die, they're gonna try again.
So you already have a contingency plan in place?
That's good. There's no guarantee we'll succeed.
Never a bad idea to have a plan B in your back pocket. After all, if we can't break through the barrier, or we screw up later on, then Pandemonium's gonna stick around for good, and its reach will extend beyond the capital.
That's definitely the nightmare scenario.
The whole of Calvert, perhaps even the rest of the continent, will be swallowed up if we let that happen. It's only right that they draw up a backup plan or two.
Precisely. There's too much at stake here.
Take it Renee's part of the backup crew? That guy has way too much faith in me.
You're his little brother, why wouldn't he?
Oh, and incidentally, he asked me to deliver a message to you. I expect that you'll repay me for all this help at a later date. I'll settle for a drink at Bermati's.
He's letting Van off easy as well.
You will be buying one for Elaine too, of course.
That son of a...
He's like, you guys are gonna sit down and talk no matter what.
I don't think you'll be getting out of that one.
Preparations are complete. We're good to go whenever.
The Orbital Network's remaining processing power has been transferred to the Buster Lance.
Thank you both for your assistance.
Well, are you ready to go?
Let's do this!
Damn right we are.
Thank you, everyone.
And Qasim. And our Stigma users.
First, we must charge the Buster Lance to just below critical levels. If you would, good sir.
Understood. Charging now. 3%. 5%. 10%. 15%. 20%.
Damn. Guess they don't call him the strongest warrior for nothing. He's earned that rep. Leon, we can't let that jackass show us up.
I couldn't agree more.
Searing seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Glacial seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
I can handle the fusion process myself, Chief. You just say the word, and I'll get it done.
Understood.
I think Celise and Leon are a lot more similar.
3, 2, 1. Fire!
Pulverize it! Solar Prominence!
Charge complete. Shamat strike!
Now to convert their Stigma's data and encode it as shards. There.
Literal technological wizardry. The triple hyper beam. Let's go.
Arkwright, Farida, finish this!
You've got this, Agnes. Come back safely, everyone. I won't let you down, Qasim. All right. It's time we end this nightmare.
I hear you there.
That's awesome, though. Okay, 55 minutes.
What an incredible spiritual aura.
I believe the wide-scale pandemonium has reached its climax.
Okay, so this is just me, or is there nobody around?
Yep. This deep in, I don't think we've ever spoken to anyone around here.
You're right. Even the frozen ones are gone.
Oh, well, that's not good, is it?
It's extremely unlikely that there was nobody around for the festival.
Which means this might have something to do with what they're up to.
Leave the guesswork for later. We're closing in.
Is it turning people into those things?
Yeah, almost at the Revolution Plaza.
So, the final dungeon, a tower to ascend. Not anything we're all together unfamiliar with.
Yeah, Woe is right. It's different when you're seeing it in person than in video.
We'll be taking this thing down, no worries.
It looks to be performing some sort of vast operation.
You think?
Yeah, almost like a giant computer. Except it's a tower, of course. And the Genesis summoned it. All for the sake of realizing pandemonium.
Almada and its allies are likely inside.
Agreed. I'm almost certain of that.
Then let's get in there and kick some butt!
There it is. I thought
We've got trouble, everyone!
she was going to comment on the Genesis not reacting. Oh. Well, not anything we need to be too worried about. Unless it's like the size of a freight car or something. So, yep, just a ton of small fry.
The hell?
What are those pillars?
They look to be similar in function to the demon spheres.
Oh, we've got to destroy each of them?
They must serve as a defense mechanism for the tower.
These villains have a contingency plan for everything.
Watch out!
And they're behind us too? Oh, that thing looks pretty mean, not gonna lie.
That thing's huge!
Damn it!
Thank goodness I made it in time.
Well, hey!
Wings, guide me.
Immediately busted out the S-Craft. See, Elaine knows how to fight. She must have infinite stamina, because she's been in here fighting these things for who knows how long.
That was so cool!
So, I'm assuming that now, at the end of the freaking game, Elaine is finally going to become a party member proper. Not join Arkwright Solutions, but just be usable up until the end of the game. And if so, you already know what time it is.
No kidding.
Elaine!
She really has no reason to work separately from us, not here.
I figured you'd be alright.
Naturally. I knew you all would be fine as well. I received a message from Jin apprising me of the situation. It looks like he sent it during the brief window when the barrier had dissipated.
You know what? Bracers do have excellent timing. I do trust Jin to have pulled that off.
For real?
A feat worthy of a future S-rank bracer.
I've been looking for answers here for a while now, and there is no doubt in my mind that the tower is the source of our problems. However, it's being protected by multiple layers of barriers that are generated by those pillars.
And she's probably been unable to destroy all of them. I'm sure they have some sort of regenerative capability. She's only one woman.
We will have to destroy them if we wish to get inside.
You learned all of that on your own? Wow.
I take it you made use of investigative shards to research that information.
That's right. Thank you for recommending those to me, by the way. They certainly come in handy.
Alright, so Rosette leveled Elaine up then.
Though I wasn't able to use them to see inside the tower itself. I wonder if there's a condition we need to meet in order to access it.
So the tower itself is still a black box.
Wouldn't surprise me. But don't worry about it. As long as Agnes and I are here, we'll find our way in.
Van.
I see.
Aw, Elaine.
Then allow me to see you safely to your destination. With me, everyone.
Right.
We're counting on you. We couldn't ask for a more dependable guide.
She just stole the lead role, and I thought I was the thief.
Okay then. Let's go pulverize some pillars.
I expect them to be stronger than the demon spheres.
You're right. But they don't seem to have separate spaces inside them.
Okay, well, we're not going to be transported at all then.
I doubt it will be that difficult to take them down then.
Good. Then let's do this, guys!
Very well.
Elaine has temporarily joined the party as a guest.
Concentrate your attacks on one pillar at a time. We'll take them out one by one.
Sounds like a plan.
Watch out. I spot enemies.
That is not what I meant to...
Later, sucker.
Can we, Oh, okay. Break the demonic pillar? Yeah.
Deploying shards.
All right, then. Critical again. And we have nobody...
I'll remember this.
Does she have... She does have La Forte.
Zypher activate.
Then...
That's it? Perfect chance!
Okay, cool. In which case, I actually probably should have held off.
Activating skill.
Oh well. We'll be fine. And I need, I do want to put Zodiac Sign on somebody. Because Zodiac Sign, those criticals, pretty nice.
Now's a great time for a shard boost.
A Chrono Drive. Oh, can't do it. So, let's go ahead and start with the Knights of Hysteria.
One go. Engaging skill. Oh, rate. Boost gauge.
And then a second one.
Taking point. Engaging skill.
And then Van is immediately going to go in as well.
Boost gauge upgraded. Van, your turn.
Oh, was not needed, but you know what? That's fine. There we go. Good stuff. She's level 64? I didn't think her level would be so much lower than everybody else's. Oh, we have to do them in... Okay, there's a set order that we are allowed to take them on in. Let's swap in these guys. But yes, accepting that there's anything too crazy going on, I'll just handle all of these.
Give me your worst.
Was 8. Oh, okay, we still have one more though. Oh, we have 2 more?
What?
Oh, I was right. It is regenning them.
They've been enhanced?
Oh no. Okay, so there's 2 more and they're gonna be tougher.
This must be the 7th Genesis at work. They have at least 3 times the spiritual energy now.
Alright, well, we'll still be able to take him down easy.
You've got to be joking.
Fine, do your worst. This fight ain't going well, is it? Sorry for dragging you into this mess.
Don't be sorry. I'm quite happy you did. I rather enjoy being by your side.
She said the thing.
Don't give up yet. It's far too soon for that.
What? Okay. How did...
It couldn't be.
We're mostly gray. Our alignment comes into play again? Is it going to be Shizuna?
Risha!
You're here too, Thou?
Nate!
I will aid you as best as I'm able.
We're here to back you up, everyone. We'll take out one of these pillars for you.
Let's see. Ah, yes. I think that one right there will do quite nicely.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And now I'm in a lot of people's debt. Oh well. At least this means we've only got one to go.
Right. Let's take it down.
Alright, so if we had been Law, it probably would have been Jin, Alvis, and Fee. And if we'd been Chaos, it would have been...
Timing's always a little too perfect for my liking.
It is nothing more than coincidence, I assure you. We just happened to arrive at the right time.
You can leave the rest to us.
Here we go.
But I never would have expected Najee to be part of the Gray. Oh well. But yes, and it would have been the Enforcers who would have come into the if we had been Chaos. But that's alright. This isn't anything too crazy, so we'll just get back to getting to it. Lorray reached level 5. Okay, cool. So that's yet another maxed out Hollow Core. Though I thought we only had 2 left. Is Lorray oh, it's rewinding time? This is the BS.
What the heck? It's like time itself was being rewound right before our eyes.
Oh no. The final barrier's still there!
And it's been reinforced, too.
It might be more than twice as strong now.
Guess we've got no other choice.
The Grendel.
Yes, Elaine, step back. I'll take it from here.
What?
You can't be...
I can't count on Mare right now. I think I'll still be able to transform.
Uh-oh.
Should be totally doable with all this spiritual energy in the air.
So, is that what we were feeling?
What's that black aura? What the hell are you doing, dude?
Don't. Not while in pandemonium.
Van, you have to stop!
Your analysis capabilities are in dire need of refining.
So, Renee to help out in the end. Whoa!
Renee!
He's not alone, either.
Oh!
Down you go.
So then what the heck? Who shows up for chaos?
The Oathbreaker!
What are you doing here?
I would like to know the answer to that as well.
So, Gramhard. Is he inside that thing?
An assault frame?
That sounded like... Dad?
I actually...
Jay gave me the rundown of the situation. I never intended to meddle in affairs unrelated to politics, but given the circumstances, I believe I can be forgiven this time.
I respect that a lot, actually.
Oh,
This...
Daddy left work early to help his little girl. How sweet. And you brought the big guns, too. I know you had experience in the army, but you piloting that thing so well might raise a few eyebrows.
It is sus.
I beg to differ. It's only natural that a president is fully prepared to act on behalf of their people. Oh, and by the way, I would thank you to remember our agreement. Not overstep your bounds.
Yeah. Will do, Mr. President.
Who said you two could just show up out of the blue? Goes for you too, Renee. Now you owe me twice. But anyhow, look alive.
So, the assault frames are serious business. It being able to match the power of a Grendel.
The barrier!
Now's our chance, everyone!
About damn time.
Spiritual pressure is rising once more. We gotta hurry.
All right. Elaine was too slow.
Elaine!
Looks like this is as far as I can go. Van, I won't make you promise that you'll return safely. Just promise me that you'll do what you believe is right.
All I will ask is that you do your duty. You may consider this an official request from me. You have witnessed both sides of this country. That lets you do what no one else can.
Okay, I got it, Elaine. And you don't even need to ask.
Dad, Elaine, we'll come back safe and sound. I swear it.
Dang, I was really hoping we'd get to use Elaine, but she's not specifically in... Whoa, the Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak. She's not specifically in Arkwright Solutions. We have half an hour left. Wait, what? The 7th Principal Observation Engine applied for phenomena conversion Genesis Tower. What kind of appellation is that?
It's so pretty.
It is nice. It reminds me of the towers in Liberl. Not the ones from, wait, what's that? But the ones on the, Liber Arc.
So this is what it looks like from the inside.
We must be in a dimension that's separate from our reality.
This area appears to be free of Pandemonium's influence.
So we're not going to be able to summon the Grendel like we were about to outside.
It still has a firm grip on our world. This tower is responsible for creating Pandemonium and maintaining it.
All the more reason to climb to the top and tear this place down.
Should be doable enough.
Van! What's wrong? Are you hurt?
Seriously, what is up with him?
I'm fine. This is just a sign that we're closing in on the root issue of this whole thing.
You're being so vague. Can't you just fill us in on what we're missing?
Sorry, but doing that would just muddy the waters.
Alright, well now we get to worry about it the whole way up.
There's only one thing you need to know. The cause of all our problems, and the truth behind what's happening, is waiting for us up above. And I gotta get there, no matter what it takes. But I realize I can't do that alone. So please, give me a hand.
Did you just ask us for our help?
That is a first.
Our dead-obsessed leader is pleading for our aid? Huh. Hell must be freezing over.
For real? You're finally letting us repay what we owe you. I truly never thought I'd see the day.
I didn't either. It makes me so happy.
Me as well. I was beginning to believe I would never hear those words from you.
Van really has come to depend on the rest of Arkwright Solutions.
Too bad they come at a hefty price. You're gonna have to pay us back 1,000 times over.
You little... Fine. But I ain't settling for any more than double.
Right, gotta make him play a little fair.
Don't worry. We're not asking for anything in return. But we do have one condition. We will give you a hand if you let us help you the entire way through.
Right, no trying to run off on your own.
You have many wonderful friends in your corner, and powerful allies to call on. But you often throw caution to the wind all the same. Can you promise us that you won't do that this time?
After what he just tried to pull with the Grendel, though?
Okay, it's a promise. But I want you all to remember that we ain't heroes of justice. There's no shame in turning tail if things go to shit. The fate of the world's important and all, but our lives are too. We ain't gonna throw them away.
Well, right then.
Know your limits, and don't worry about what's black or white. That's the Spriggan Creed, and we're gonna follow it like always.
I wonder if we had been more lawful or more chaotic, would Van's speech here be a little different?
So, here's the plan. We're gonna kick Almada and the Garden's sorry asses. They may be back with a vengeance, but we've beaten them all once. We can do it again. After that, we're gonna settle the score with Melchior and Dante's, once and for all.
Right.
The final ascension, Elaine left the party, sadly.
The countdown appears to have halted.
It must have happened once we entered the tower.
It's almost like time in this place has stopped altogether.
Resistant to arts. Physical attacks are
So, yes, us having 31 minutes, 99 seconds some kind of way, that is a little crazy.
Path's all clear.
Alright.
Huh, looks like a chest.
This is, okay, whoa, 900! A few more of those and we're not gonna have to worry about, wait, how do we? Oh, okay. I was like, how do we go forward here? But yes, a few more of those and we're not gonna have to worry about any more locked slots. We're absolutely gonna be able to open at least some ones. But these, oh crap, they're doing big damage. Whoops. We're actually not going to be Gig Blanc. So we're actually just going to be sightseeing on the way up, musing about everything we've come across. I highly doubt. There's two different ways that this could go, basically. The first, we're able to we've got enough insanity. We're packing enough heat to basically be able to do whatever we need to in this final fight. That's the first and best option. We might struggle a little bit. Like if they're like level 72, 75 or something, then we may end up going into a lot of our items. But a win's a win, you know. That's the first possibility. The second possibility is that we get up there and they're like in the high 70s or something like that, and we're getting clobbered like no one's ever been getting clobbered before. In which case, we still won't have to sweat it, because it just means we can rerun this gauntlet and grind up a bit. And then we'll be able to come back stronger than ever before. More powerful than anyone could have ever possibly imagined. I do think I'm gonna go ahead, because this place is super expansive, and as nice as the sightseeing is, since we're just running around, normally I don't really use high speed mode while recording anyways, but for the time being, I'll make an exception, Oratorial Blue, just so we can get up to what we're trying to get up to. This, I think the aesthetic of this place, even though it doesn't, it most closely matches.
You're a rowdy crowd, aren't you?
Not in, let me make sure I haven't. Yeah. It's not, Amberl Tower. It would be more like a,
I detect treasure.
What's it called? I forget what the, because there's a specific term. Whatever the, oh. Okay, we have to go this way first. But more like a space tower, a space element tower. Okay, so we got this one here. So I'm wondering if the further up we go, if it's gonna change more.
Path's all clear.
There is, okay, so that item is much further up. So that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything. Because we do, if we do end up not grabbing something when we come past it the first time, that's a lot of backtracking we're gonna have to do. And ain't nobody trying to do all that. Alright, so we're up, whatever our first fight is, it is here. So,
looks like a chest.
We're probably gonna end up refighting Armada, which, I mean, we're not worried about that. We can definitely take them down. This thing is in the middle of the thing.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Let's trade. No, it's not trade. It's something else. There was something where you could craft, there was a way to craft specialty quartz. Customize, that's it. Or not. What was it? Ooh, check all this out. Yeah. Making our basic attack stronger, because clearly I haven't upgraded these in a while. And I don't know who we're going to be using, so we'll just bless everybody. Hers isn't too much of an upgrade. His is, though. Holy Wing. So the Holy Wing is a straight up upgrade for her. Phantom Barrel, another straight upgrade. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be doing way better now. Vance is still... The Omega Driver. He'll lose 50 on defense and 60, but his arts damage will go up, his evasion will heighten, speed, and crit rate. Alright, well, whatever. Whatever. Oh, but our movement will take a massive hit. Not for her. The Dark Greaves are gonna be good. Yeah. Alright, now we're too broke to do anything else. Ah. So. We're now way stronger. At least physically. Whoa. I could have sworn there was a way to... Alright, well... It doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and save here and then see who is up first. Cruising for this almighty bruising that we've now got going. Let's actually switch. We actually just spent all that time and effort upgrading her, but we'll put Aaron in. Yep, Almada.
Why, hello there. We've been expecting you all.
Fate truly does take pleasure in bringing us together.
You're telling me she's a cruel mistress for it.
I'll say. I thought the CID had you both under lock and key.
Is the 7th Genesis responsible for bringing them here?
Gotta be, so I can teleport them here anywhere, even from beyond death.
I can see no other explanation. It must have been used in the realization of pandemonium.
Yeah, probably. 1 minute we were locked away, and the next we weren't.
I'm really curious to see what they would say if they'd been dead.
I guess fortune's finally smiling upon me. A little late, perhaps, but I'll take it.
That's fine. On New Game Plus, I'm killing everybody.
I could not care less what happens to me either way. I have no personal interest or emotional involvement in the realization of pandemonium. But I will do as I am told.
I thought we'd freed her emotions up. Wait, how did she get Ashtanti back?
Well, guess we're getting right down to business then.
If you're going to stand in our way, then we'll just have to force our way through.
I look forward to seeing you try, little girl. But I'm much more excited to see all of your bloody corpses sprawled out on the floor. I believe that to be a fitting punishment for sending me to rot in that cell.
Ishtanti, activate Dies Irae mode. You shall be embraced by wings of mercy and laid to eternal rest in a garden of gold.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Here we go.
Be wary of the distance between yourselves and them.
You ain't putting us to sleep, Angel Girl. You're the ones who will be enjoying a nice long nap. Give me your worst.
So, they've doubled up. I'm still not worried, though.
Try and stick around for the whole ride.
I will unleash everything I have.
Take the Grendel is available. Well, so they are not screwing around then.
That's a great time for a short...
Let's Aegis Shield. And heal off Forte. Alright. And we should have Zodiac Force available. Zodiac Sign, rather. Let's have him Pluto's Nova, I guess. Since he can do it for free. Hysteric Rage. Let's actually give Van...
Time for a short boost.
Well, actually, let's not do that. We want to save those for when we really need it. We'll have him Celestial Impact. Whoa. That would have been catastrophic amounts of damage.
Boost gauge upgraded.
And then Van is actually ready to take the Grendel. Alright. We can only double up the once.
Take them down.
And we can't beat down because I don't have enough.
Aren't you coming?
Alright. Just go ahead and do it the 3 times in a row.
Here's our chance.
Now, he will...
Let's party!
Yeah, let's re-up on La Forte. Have him stand off to the side so we can't get Violet pierced. Oh, or she'll just do that. Interesting.
Here goes.
And a chrono drive for our troubles. Alright, so now Van can really get into it. And then a Regal Beatdown. And then as soon as he executes on all that, immediately able to Regal Beatdown again.
This is not a problem.
Though perhaps giving him a second... Yeah, I think I used my turns.
You're getting me all worked up.
Nope. 'Cause I think they both do have S-Crafts, and we don't want to see either of them.
You'll be sorry for that.
Well,
Good for me. Should have known.
went ahead and made it happen.
Moving on up.
Level 70.
What'd you expect?
I think I've grown a little.
One can always stand to improve.
So, how do you like them apples?
Ishtanti's output is decreasing. I don't understand. There's this emotion that's welling up from inside me. I think it's frustration.
Oh, somebody wanted to win.
Really? I'm glad you were able to recover that emotion. Rest well. I sincerely hope that one day you can begin to take even more steps forward.
That's wishful thinking, I'm afraid. I cannot imagine that day will ever come.
Well, we'll see. Maybe with Rosette's help it will. But how did you get Ishtanti back?
Regardless, I will accept my defeat with grace. It's time I return to my shackles and live out my sentence.
So I guess if we had killed them, they would return to being dead.
It's a pity that she only regained some of her humanity at the end. She was even a little charming.
Well, this is it. It's about time I return to my cell. Frankly, I don't give a rat's ass about Melchior. But do take care of the boss for me, if you would.
We'll take care of him, all right.
Consider that a request. From me to you.
What?
You're actually giving us a request?
That ain't necessary. I was planning on doing that anyway.
Yes, sir.
But if you surrender yourself to judgment willingly, I'll give you my full guarantee that I'll get the job done.
Not like I'm in a position to refuse. Well, I can settle for that, I suppose. You watch your back while you're fighting him.
Viola would have done excellently as a Spriggan. And then the other guy, Alexander...
Where does she get off ordering us around? She has no right to be making demands.
And Alexander would have been a bracer. They could have had such a good partnership. Aaron. Still, it does feel like our words reached her in the end. True, though that's not going to wipe away all the wrongs she's done. More importantly, what was up with her request, Van? Well, obviously it's about Dante's. He's up to something. And I'm pretty sure I know what. It's stuff that I was directly or indirectly involved in at one point. Let's leave it at that for now. I think the rest will become clear soon enough. Alright. We should move on. There's still a lot of tower left to climb. Right. Oh, but before we move on, what should we do with them? I'm sure they'll be fine just being here. I believe restraint is necessary, at the very least. Yeah. Make sure they don't immediately hop up and pursue us. That would be all kinds of bad. So, the people who are up on this next
Those two are
rung...
here. That means the rest are up ahead, yeah?
Yes, almost certainly.
Guess that means I gotta knock some sense into that meathead again.
Okay, so yes. Next up is gonna be Alexander and, what's his friggin' name? Old guy from a million years ago or whatever the heck.
That's all clear.
Resistant to art. Physical attacks are more effective.
Nah, they can be resistant. But yes, that fight actually gave a lot of XP. So that's excellent. And this one probably will also push, and while I'm here... Dang, high speed mode for everything, huh? Fine, we'll give Rosette some time to shine.
Huh,
Go ahead and see about her putting her new power to, well, not new power, because, like I said, she has, I think she's got attack 3, but no mind anything. But it feels so difficult. Maybe, okay, I think what I should do is, because I ended up doing this a couple of times in previous ones, especially the Crossbell games. I remember removing the quartz from literally removing everybody's quartz whenever we had a good amount of new stuff, and just going through and re-upping on everything. And I always felt much stronger because I wasn't worried about anything but popping on the best stuff to them. But it was also, that's back when quartz was a lot more multifaceted. Because now the only thing, the arts drivers and the hollow cores and the plugins and everything else, they're all so much more split up. You don't have a million bonus stats tied to a single equip anymore. So, I don't know. I've wrapped my head around it fully now. It's just, I don't seem to be making it work very well for Rosette of everybody.
A gift from above, perhaps.
A tier all bomb. If it comes down to it, we'll definitely be abusing those, but I'm not sure if it's going to be strictly necessary. There we go. We have plenty of food items and stuff that are really keeping us set. Okay. Just making sure we're keeping on top of our items. Alright, you guys are fine. More U material. I haven't actually been able to, for the U material specifically, I haven't really come across stuff that, well, I haven't been, making the best use of it. Mostly because I can't find that stupid menu.
Treasure located.
Grand Topaz. I should probably take a look at everybody's equipment. Make sure that we're all as resistant to everything as we can possibly be. But we're not getting status to death or anything too obnoxious, so.
That hits the spot.
So, we'll go ahead and go for another save. And now it's time for us to take the boys down. And after this, it'll probably should take us directly to Melchior and Dante's.
Sup? Glad you could make it.
If you're here, then I can only assume Viola and Olympia have fallen.
And you guys are next on the chopping block.
Well, this is just great. Do we really got to deal with both of you at the same time?
Shouldn't be too difficult.
So the old tin can got revived and the soldier busted out of prison.
Yes. Much like Viola, I was brought here from my cell by forces beyond my control. Be that as it may, I have been given another chance to achieve glory on the battlefield. And I shall do so by claiming your lives.
He really isn't gonna rest.
I suppose they aren't in a chatty mood.
Nope, though it's not like we'd be able to talk them down anyway.
You got that right, kiddo. Thanks to the fangs of Rahu, I lived way longer than any human should have. I was ready to accept the sweet kiss of death by the end of my run.
Well, now Judith is gonna be able to ask what he thought about the movie. Wait, and he also got the fangs of Rahu back. Though I think they did specifically say that those weren't recovered.
But that don't mean I have to pass up one last shot at severing heads.
I, too, have long considered myself a walking corpse. I hoped that my defeat in the former capital would enlighten me to a new way of life. But alas, it did not. I'm sorry. But I must ask that you indulge my selfishness once more. Show me your strength.
Someone's eager for an ass-kicking, and I'm always happy to serve.
Same here. I'm not about to lose to a death-happy scumbag. I've also got an overly eager fan here who strayed from the light. And it's up to me to set him straight.
I really want to hear what he's got to say.
Good to see that fiery spirit hasn't faded one bit. Bring it on, lady.
The two of them excel in both physical strength and agility. They are formidable opponents indeed.
Maybe, but we'll take them down all the same. Both the front and back lines are gonna have to pull their weight on this one. We'll be counting on your support too, Master.
I'll do my best.
And I will do the same.
Shouldn't be all that difficult. Uh-oh.
I dare you to beat these fists.
Dang, starting off with a boost plus is always so bad.
You won't break this.
There we go. Oh, well.
I shall handle this.
So we've got that.
Hurry, Katsa.
Katra will satellite cure. Go ahead and get to boosting and buffing everybody. I might just put Innocence on her, honestly. And say the heck with it. Go ahead and get some of that. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I knew that was gonna hurt.
Bring it on.
Okay, so he's up next. Let's,
Keep your guard up.
Tier Allbalm, Katra, and somebody is gonna have to Aegis Shield. This is gonna hurt. Instantly sat. Okay, well, that's not good.
That's a great time for a shard boost.
She had 200 too, or at least she was able to use her S-Craft. I'm not sure about 200. So first, uh-oh, well, oh, neat. Oh well, not as neat. Did it not get Katra? Sure didn't. So heal
This is dangerous. This'll do the trick.
Laplace code. What's with the? Oh, okay. I'm like, so he doesn't, but we do need it to get him as well.
Transmitting code.
Oh, whoops! I used the wrong thing. Oh well. I am playing this very badly so far, actually.
Here I go.
Engaging.
So, go ahead and get that out of the way.
No chance.
Alright, just him. That's fine. And a guardian for her. She needs to be moved out of the way.
Payback time.
Vitals falling.
Alright. She can Aegis Shield, but that's it.
I might have to take a rest.
Activating drive.
And Mr. Fangs of Rahu is up next. Who do we prioritize here?
I'm not doing so well.
We could try to up the hate Van is getting.
I might have to take a rest.
Katra's more important.
There.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Here goes.
It's all good. It wouldn't be the first time Rosette gets got.
This is it.
Tartarus Rage. Uh-oh. And he'll 4,500 off of that, too. Adamas Bash.
Payback time.
So as soon as Katra can get a... and he'll be able to critical satellite cure us.
Here's our chance.
So... yes, one satellite cure.
I owe you one.
And then Rosette is about to get the CP buff. That always sucks.
Payback time. Bring it on.
Let's work on this guy.
Master, I need your help.
Engaging skill.
We're not able to really get a front line going with a back line supporting them. I think we'd have to completely rearrange our formation. Like run around behind them. God dang it. But at least now it's going to go to someone who can actually make use of that.
Attack me if you dare.
Alright. Go ahead and stand up for us.
My sincere thanks.
A chance.
Yeah. And then he'll be able to go in yet again.
Here goes. Great.
Wait, can Van take the Grendel here? I haven't even checked. He should be able to, right? I've been nerfing myself for no reason.
Here's our chance.
Obviously got a satellite cure. No way around that one. And that is what we have Katra with the CP regen item on. He can spread the love most efficiently. Jeez, dude.
Bring it on. This'll hurt.
Yes, we can take the Grendel. Van is definitely... We'll have him run over here in Celestial, because they're... Yeah. This is a really powerful... Yeah. Uh-oh. So, we might have to just immediately Celestial again, not gonna lie.
I shall handle this.
Alright. They didn't both instantly die. Let's go ahead and do that repositioning I was talking about.
Here I go.
Go ahead and have him back up a bit.
No time.
Whew, yes. Reduce him to 1.
Vitals falling.
Vitals falling indeed. Alright. Shield Chrono Drive. Everyone over here. And Katra will be able to come over. Yes, stand in that. Uh-oh. Well, he can't stand in the back line. And he also doesn't have enough... Cures ailments. Cures blind. No, I think we'll be doing one of these. Okay, so Van's gonna be able to take the Grendel pretty soon. Googalana throw. This shouldn't kill anyone, I don't think. Nope, Rosette managed it. Diamond Guard again. Alright, we're just gonna have to pop bro twice then. Yeah. So first, do one of these, then one of these. Wait, what? Okay. Interesting. No, there's no point.
Engaging skill.
I'm on my last legs.
Time to go all out.
And we can't even use our S-Craft because we don't have enough S-Boost.
This is dangerous.
It is dangerous. How about a satellite cure?
Much appreciated. No time.
Ooh, nice, a Guardian. We can still Avenging Arrow like this. That's awesome. Okay, so the Regal Beatdown is finally back on the table.
Attack me if you dare.
And they are too far apart. That's always nice. And this should... Yes, get him out of here.
Stop right there.
Alright, because holy crap. Wait, a cover and a Guardian? Oh, okay, so the cover just means that Van takes the damage. Yeah. Okay, Golden, and now we're going to be able to do the exact same thing to him. Didn't immediately beat him, but he's a lot closer to the Oblivion Beast. Uh-oh. Might suffer some deaths here. Definitely Katra. Yeah. That is A-okay though, because Van... Actually, Master has another Celestial in him. And I believe Van... Do we want... Well, we want somebody to buff them first. And I believe a Laplace code 45,000. Are you serious? No, she'll love Forte. And he'll, I guess run up and miss completely. Come on, Kaxra. We'll be able to take the Grendel on this guy, though. Alright, now he'll be able to Laplace cure us. But we're about to get that win. Not gonna lie. Okay, see how he likes all of this. And then immediately have Master go in.
I won't let this chance slip by.
And we're almost there, actually.
Here's a little more.
Okay, I was about to say, is the B team gonna clutch it? And they did not clutch it.
Not like this.
All right, I think from here. Yeah, Rosetta's definitely going on to the banks for the remainder of the game. Gop reached level 5. So that's every single hollow core maxed out.
Perhaps this is as good a chance as any, Aaron Way. Go ahead. Exact your revenge. Free yourself from the hatred that has consumed you for so long.
A second opportunity to kill him.
Nah, I'm good. You've got a whole lot more to answer for than what you did to my bros. I mean, you guys blew up an entire village.
That's true.
I'd rather you reflect on your actions and pay your dues by sitting your ass in jail.
I'm surprised to hear that. Your self-restraint is commendable. If only the young people back home. No, I'm sure they don't need that.
There he goes.
He was the last bodyguard of a prince, yeah? Guess the two of us weren't all that different.
And no matter what, Ariok has to die.
Though his home's still rebuilding itself, and if he's lucky, the guy can rebuild his future right alongside it.
Not gonna be a possibility for him.
Well then, I think it's about time for me to mosey on over to the great beyond.
For good this time.
I'll be real with you. I was dreading the rematch with you more than anyone else. Your halberd's a force to be reckoned with, and you've had a long-ass time to train.
By the way, did you actually go to see one of my films?
Right, let's hear it.
Hell yeah, I did. I caught a showing of Golden Blood back in Erasion. It was a wild ride from start to finish. Had a pretty damn good leading lady, too. Loved every minute.
Aw, okay, this is kind of tragic now.
Never liked having such a long lease on life, but seeing that might have made living all these long, unnecessary years worth it in the end.
The power of a good movie.
There are so many good movies out there. And I'm not just talking about the ones I'm in. I hope you can see more of them someday.
Judith.
Aw.
He seemed oddly satisfied.
Yeah, he's experienced everything life had to offer and then some.
Yeah, it caught me off guard, to be honest.
The guy may have been cruel to the bone, but I guess he had a bit of human in him after all.
Yeah, I know he did.
Both had their share of differences, but they were warriors through and through. The fact that you all defeated both of them at once speaks volumes about your growth.
Yeah, might not have been able to do that a few months ago.
Sure hope so.
All that's left is Melchior and Dante's. Hopefully that means we will also do well against our final two opponents. Yeah, but we gotta be careful. We might have fought Melchior before, but the guy's a wild card. No idea what tricks he has up his sleeve. Then there's the big bad boss man. The guy cheated death itself, so heaven only knows what he's capable of. We may have crossed some huge hurdles to get this far, but don't let up. The real fight's still yet to come. Let's give this all we've got, everyone. Right! If we need to adjust our equipment or anything, now's the perfect time. Van bound the unconscious Alexander. Man, I had to make sure he wasn't getting back up. And do we have one more ascension to do? Yes, but this one looks like to be...
The next opponent is likely to be Melchior, yes?
Yeah, probably.
That guy's made a fool of us for the last time. Karma's coming for you, asshole.
And what we're going to do is actually upgrade our orbments. Orbment settings. Because we should have enough for... Okay, so slots. Let's open up. The slot is unopened, right, and we can't just do that from here. Only 3 more, and they're all extremely expensive. Judith and Fairy. I'm sure if I run up and down and kill everything, then we'd be good, but let's also kick Rosette out of the party. Love her down. Definitely a great person, but nah, she's got to get up out of here. Oh, but we do still have... I'm not sure how many of these. All 4 SPG cases closed. By Je. Increases appearance rate of AT bonus by 90%. We could have gotten that one a while ago. All drivers gained. All hollow cores maxed. Volglyph. Arts damage increases when HP is higher. Van Zypha unlocked. New material. New material. New material. 30 plugins procured. Wait, what? We're still missing 7 arts plugins? Ratatosk. Every orbment slot for every character. Okay. So, let's see what that's all about.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Well, Volglyph is definitely going on to...
Initiating maintenance.
He's got minds and actions. Instead of Tempest... Arts damage increases when HP is higher. Well, since we've got both of them, we might actually want to put this on her so that she can attack more effectively.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
And then we also had something else that was new for him, I believe. By Je, yeah. Increases appearance rate of AT bonus by 90%.
Skills updated. Better check them out.
So, all golden. And I think we're probably going to run with this team for the remainder of the game. But give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and unlock both of the girls' remaining slots so we can get Ratatosk. 1 second. So, there was actually an entire last section to this, and I ran half of it, and guess what? We got exactly what we were looking for. So we actually don't need to, I did go ahead and actually do a lot of grinding. So we've got only Fairy left for the orbment.
I can handle any
But I'm just glad we were able to find it because it saved us. You'll notice we've got Septium Veins. We made as many additional Septium Veins as we could. Cleared off everybody else's orbment. But yes. There we go. Master of Orbments. Too easy. And with that, Fairy Zypha unlocked. Judith's Zypha unlocked. And all Zyphas unlocked. Ratatosk. I'm still not sure what happened with these other 30 plugins. With these... You're telling me I'm missing 7 plugins. I don't know what all that's about. And we're 60 enemies away from 2,000 slain. We're not missing Carbuncle. Quadruple tactical bonus. Lorelei. 50 more of these. Crystal Eden. Lorelei and Carbuncle, Lindbaum, all gifts given, 6 away from that. All chests plundered. We might actually get Yatagarasu. Golden dish. No, oh my gosh, I'm almost 20 dishes off. Enemies logged, not interested in that. Yeah. We're what, 8 chests away? 1, 2, 3, 4... No. Unless there's one last section to this place, I must have missed something. Oh well. But let's see what Ratatosk is all about.
Modifying your orbment, are you?
Yeah.
Initiating maintenance.
Or absorbs 20% chance to absorb physical attacks.
Skills updated.
Whatever. So with that done, we fight Melchior by himself. Okay.
Welcome, friends. How good of you to come. You sure took your sweet, sweet time. What's wrong? Lost your sense of urgency now that the countdown has stopped?
So he's perceived the countdown as having stopped as well.
Screw off.
I've been looking forward to beating your ass.
You're going to pay for everything you've done.
You've hurt everyone here to some extent. Reset and Fairy in particular.
I'm wondering, will it be possible to even spare Melchior?
Melchior is a criminal of the highest order. He and Dantes have done much evil, and will likely go on to do more if we do not stop them in their tracks.
We're hyping ourselves up to commit another extrajudicial slaying. Oh my gosh, that word. I love saying it, but it's difficult to say.
I bet the destruction of Cray was your handiwork too. Even if you yourself didn't pull the trigger, you drafted the plan personally. Tell me, am I wrong?
So you've been going through that reporter's belongings, hmm? Well, you almost hit the bullseye.
Almost.
I didn't merely draft the plan. I dotted the I's and crossed every T. Only I could have envisioned such a marvelously devious scheme.
This guy.
Much to my delight, that wonderful little village was a rare model of racial harmony as well.
That can't be part of... Okay, well. So he just wanted to cause as much damage as possible, and it being so idyllic was just icing on the cake?
The boss was beside himself with joy when I told him of my plan. We had to deliver results to our investors, and we did so by wiping Cray off the map.
So he just has no redeeming qualities at all? Even everybody else had sob stories.
You evil piece of...
You know full well that those investors wouldn't have expected you to go so far.
Oh, they most certainly did not. In fact, they were terrified beyond belief. Their reactions were utterly priceless. Eau Claire's in particular was gold. You should have seen him. He went as white as a sheet, and his voice was quavering like a little girl. I can hardly believe the famous Beauty's blade is his offspring. She's rather lucky she doesn't take after.
Yeah, Van doesn't want to hear this guy talking about Elaine.
Shut up.
Exactly.
In my line of business, I deal with so-called bad people on the regular. I don't discriminate, as long as they've got some sense of right and wrong. I'm willing to take work from Hayway, Jaegers, thugs, and hell, even the society. My door's open to them all. Not you, though. You're a special kind of bad. You didn't just cross the line, you obliterated it. Then you and your boss continued on your merry way like nothing ever happened.
Right, like, what? All this to inspire fear in people?
I know the Oathbreaker is partly to blame for how you turned out since he abandoned you and all. But frankly, I don't give a single shit about that.
Right, Melchior's old enough to be responsible for his own decisions.
All I care about now is sending your ass on a one-way trip to hell. I've heard enough of your goddamn voice. What do you say to a one-on-one brawl?
Uh-oh. I hope he doesn't take us up on that.
Huh?
You serious? What an amusing proposition. I assume you're planning to rely on that Grendel of yours, no?
We're gonna have to if it's one-on-one.
But even with that tool at your disposal, defeating me alone is too great a task for an empty shell like you.
So, whatever happened to Van back when he was in Dantes' orbit, Melchior is fully aware of.
You son of a...
What does he mean by empty shell?
As I feared.
What is he talking about?
I may not be privy to the finer points of your relationship to the boss, but I stumbled upon a rather enlightening detail about that very subject. You were once held in one of the DG cult's lodges. Couple that with the knowledge that the boss was one of its high priests.
So, I don't think they were just in Crossbell, but alright. We've definitely had plenty of experience in those.
And it's easy to imagine what exactly went down between you two.
Okay, it's been a while since I remember you start off in one of the DG cult. That's how the first Zero game starts, with you guys infiltrating a DG cult lodge. But the details and stuff. Whoa!
He stabbed himself. Wait, you aren't.
Oh, but I am. If you offer up your life within Pandemonium, you will be reborn as an undead.
This is eerily reminiscent of the Immortals and the Great Twilight.
So that is how Dante still lives.
So they're undeads?
Exactamundo.
Ha. Madness unquenched, Demon Melchior.
What in the world are those markings?
It's like when I turned into the tyrant. No, this might be even worse.
Oh yes, I heard about that beast. If I'm not mistaken, it appeared in a similar manner 40 years ago.
So
Though
he's
it
just
would have been limited in what it could do. I have become one with Pandemonium itself, so I can run wild to my heart's content.
He's not getting out of this.
Now then, it is time for the event of the century. The prelude to the end of everything as we know it.
Okay.
Before the world is devoured by darkness, I'll enjoy a most wondrous feast. I'm going to dine on your blood.
He's about to attack!
You are not taking a bite out of me!
You bastard! Don't let him get the upper hand. We're gonna trounce this psycho!
Alright, well,
I'll take you on.
thank God we don't have to do this one-on-one.
I guess this is where we say goodbye.
So he looks very reminiscent of a certain other someone, a certain burned person. Phantom Vision.
It's all you.
Oh, alright. Well, they're a lot easier to discern now. We'll get that La Forte going. And we should be able to take the Grendel, so we're not gonna sweat the small stuff. Let's definitely Aegis Shield, though. Go ahead and have a clearly discernible front line and back line. Oh, and a Zodiac sign. Went ahead and gave her that because I do so like a Zodiac sign. He can just walk past us and go after them, though. That always sucks. We might... Yeah.
Time for a short boost.
Let's go ahead and have him Celestial Impact.
Engaging skills. Boost
Get started on S boosting. Big time.
gauge upgraded.
This'll hurt.
And yes, Take the Grendel is available. Don't mind if we do. So they're going after our back line specifically.
Here's our chance.
So let's go ahead and reposition this way.
Pull out all the stops.
Just gotta get... she's actually fine.
We need help. Thanks, pal. On yes.
Okay, and now she can run this way and get started with Jabberwock arming. Freezing Chalice. Going right for them. That's okay. Too strong for them. A little bit more and we'll be able to actually start dealing some real damage. The end. Oh. So, that's an interesting tech.
Engaging skill.
Would definitely have taken us down, Freezing Chalice, if we didn't have the Aegis Shield live. Oh, well, killed them anyways. We'll actually take the Grendel anyways. They'll be alright. And then a Regal beatdown. Stunned him.
You're wasting your time.
He still gets his next turn? Alright, well. And then our master should have Celestial. That's okay, he can summon as many as he likes. Holy crap, okay, maybe not. Oh my Adios, he's spamming it. Alright, well. Wait, he threw out the Guardian and the cover?
Deploying shield.
That's a lot of turns that he'll be able to take with us not being able to respond in kind. And we're muted. We're backing each other up pretty effectively, but our A team cannot go down here because our B team has nothing on their orbments. They will be actually cooked if it comes to that.
I couldn't be happier right now.
Now this Regal beatdown. I don't think we have enough turns. Well, I'm sure we'd be fine in the interim, but I just don't want to wait. Ooh, and the Fatal Lance to go ahead and get rid of. Nice. We've completely turned the tables on him.
You really, really don't know when to quit.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Okay, he's just gonna Phantom Vision a million times again.
Like hell you are.
Oh, never mind. That's okay. Him Dark Fanging her. She'll be alright. She's got some kind of... She's marked in some kind of way. Interesting. He can La Forte. And as soon as his... There we go. Alright, Van.
Here goes. Break.
All you.
Stop right there.
These things have a lot of HP. So I guess that just means she's being targeted currently. It ain't looking good. We'll just satellite cure for this. Get Van back up to 200 as soon as possible.
Stop right there.
Yeah, this Aegis shield, too good. Van, we still got to work the main body.
Master, I need your help.
There we go.
Go on, yes.
Shield Jabberwock arm. Sure, why not? And please. Oh, he can't do it. He's got something that ups the potency of items. Or the range of items, rather. Yeah. Alright, won't be doing that again. That is for sure.
Like hell you are.
Her Aegis shield is already completely depleted. Yeah, she would have been done for. Let's have Van.
Master, I need your help.
Okay, cool. And then we've got Mr. Satellite Cure up next. He can't do it, doesn't have enough. And the Aura Breath also isn't going to execute in time.
You saved me.
Hopefully she'll be able to hold out. He's attacking us now, so that's fine. Or not. Yeah, we'll just Aegis Shield again. He's just going after everybody. Alright, so another Aegis shield to protect us. Gotta make sure the catcher doesn't die in the interim. And it's finally his turn up next, so he can start pumping everybody's CP totals. The stat down on that is actually unreal, though. I'm gonna have to take a look into something. We've got items that prevent stat down, I'm just not really using them. Alright, let's Zodiac Sign. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. We can Celestial Impact, though. Yes!
Placing shield.
What is he at? Okay, I was like, he can't be too far off, but he kind of is that far off.
Not while I'm here.
Focus on
Yeah. We've almost got him. Actually, let's just go ahead and Vandalize Raid. And then another Satellite Cure. Let's go for it. Good show. Not good. Oh, wait, what? That should have been it. How? He can't. Interesting. I thought that would have done it. He appeared to be all but cooked. But okay. He doesn't have all that much more in the tank, so. Another crit of the ends. I don't think this is going to kill anyone, though. We should have enough shield up. Yeah. You tried it. Didn't work, though. Yeah, let's have Van. And this Jabberwock arm should be victory. He's still not done. How much HP does he have left? He's probably in like the quadruple digits. Yes, he is. Barely hanging on.
You're joking.
Jeez.
That's how it goes.
I won't stop here.
What's this?
That's the end of the road for you.
Don't tell me. The fun's over already.
Thank the goddess for that.
I trust you understand what happens when an undead has been vanquished.
He finally dies.
Time for you to accept your fate.
Oh, but the party had only just gotten started. What a bummer. Oh well. The boss's plan will come to fruition all the same. He will make sure the whole world is engulfed in pandemonium.
This guy.
Perhaps you will spread it in his place.
Okay, because Dante's reaction when he saw Van during the fight in Arasion.
What a ridiculous notion. Van would never do such a thing.
Exactly. Whatever happens, we'll overcome this ordeal together.
Yep, just like we always have.
Damn, guys.
Right.
How boring. This is no fun at all.
Well, luckily for all of us, you'll be leaving this party real soon.
Well, whatever. There's no telling what the future has in store. I hope it involves all of you suffering the most gruesome deaths imaginable. I want you all to succumb to fear and despair.
But why?
And I want you to shut up and go to hell already. Oh, and before you do, let me ask you one thing real quick. We got a message from someone by the name of C. Was that you?
Oh.
I completely forgot about that.
I had nearly forgotten about that.
What on earth are you blathering about now? I didn't... Wait. See? I wonder...
What? You know something?
He's not gonna tell us.
As if I tell you.
Right, he has genuinely nothing to gain.
I wouldn't want to spoil someone else's surprise, but I will say that it's not the boss. I'll let your imaginations run wild from there.
We have not. It could be literally anybody.
Don't trouble your pretty little heads about it, though. After all, you'll be dead soon enough.
There he goes, finally gone.
Creepy to the bitter end.
Yeah, good riddance.
Wouldn't shock me if he was only pretending to know the answer. You know, just to get a rise out of us.
I don't know. I don't think he was.
You really think he would do that? Actually, that's a silly question. Of course he would.
It's very much in character for him.
Either way, we're gonna have to put a pin in the whole thing with C. Now that everyone's least favorite nutcase is down, all we gotta do is take out the mastermind.
Dante's is all that's left.
And once we've returned the city to normal, life will all go back to the way it was. We're almost at the finish line, gang. We just gotta make one last sprint to the end. I can see Mr. Prez sliding us a big, fat paycheck under the table after all's said and done.
He did say this was a request.
And that'll pay for all the sweets and sauna trips we could ever want.
My dude, please get some new interests. I'm begging you.
But those are fun.
Still, that sounds super fun. It does, and I'm sure Dad will compensate us. After all, he did say we can consider this a job from him.
And we definitely will be.
We're due a proper celebration when this comes to an end.
Agreed. I suggest we go all out and aim to make our gathering the other day look modest by comparison.
Provided Van's not trying to actively spread pandemonium after this.
Yeah, sounds like the perfect time to crack open some cold ones.
Oh, I didn't take you for a beer drinker. All the ones I know are old men.
Well, you can't judge a book by its cover.
I mean, we can all get some wine and champagne together.
Well,
But I'm a minor.
So, Van wants these good times to keep rolling, and we gotta kill Dante's in order to do that. Or maybe Van knows he won't really be around for any of that.
All right, time for the final stretch. We've got a Genesis to claim and a Dante's to thresh.
Right.
Hell yeah! Let's rock!
One more. Yeah, settle the score with Dante's. It'll be nice, though. Okay, so what do we know about Van's past? He was an orphan, no mention of any biological parents. Not yet, anyways. He grew up in Erasion. He got really close to, Elaine. And because he was a ragamuffin, Mr. O'Clair had him sent away or adopted? Either way, something wasn't adding up about the family that Van went to go live with when he was about 10 years old. And then, around the time he was 14, he got mixed up in something that was going on with Almada. He seems to have been experimented on. Then, after that point, he ended up at Aramis?
What in the world?
A vast amount of spiritual energy is converging around that point.
I believe it's safe to say that beyond there lies the heart of the tower.
This looks like a good spot to rest.
So, and then once he was done, so at Aramis, he already basically had a lot going on. Then he ended up leaving Aramis, and that's when he studied under
Looks like our final destination.
The Genesis is reacting. That must mean the 7th is near.
Guess it's the end of the road then.
And then when he was with Bearguard, I think it seems to me like he was training for some kind of church position. But then what ended up happening, I'm sure in that time frame, he read the Book of Ezer. And then that's what happened with his soul. He struck out to become a Spriggan. Then he met Ren. Oh my gosh. Then he met Ren. And then after that was all dealt with, he was working in his capacity as a Spriggan up until the start of the game. So. Oh, that's Dante's. And Van probably recognizes that.
Isn't that the song from Tingo's recording? That's right. It's called La Aracianese. It was a popular song during the revolution a century ago.
I believe they once considered making it the official national anthem of Calvard.
Yeah, but they decided against it. They went with Swear on the White Cloves instead.
It's pretty, though. Why'd they decide against it?
It is a song about the fall of the nobility and the rise of the people. In theory, an ideal fit for the freshly minted revolutionary government. Alas, there was a hint of a lingering fondness for the old kingdom in the lyrics.
Ah, okay.
And they couldn't change them because the song was too well known at that point. So they went with a different tune.
We didn't come here for a history lesson, you prick.
Honestly, well, I guess the lyrics thing, because what is it? God Save the Queen? Or God Save the King? Like, that tune is like has a bunch of different versions of it across different countries. But the across different countries bit is important there, because nobody knows the lyrics to the other versions.
Perhaps not, but I welcome you all the same, Arkride. And I will extend my warmest greetings to your employees and your concierge. It's good to see you as well, Roaring Lion.
I have cast that name aside. You would do well to forget it.
It's not like it's gonna matter in a few minutes.
The past is a matter of great import on this particular occasion, so I'm afraid I can't do that.
Are we about to learn what Bearguard's deal is?
And I can't forget yours either, Anya's Gramhar.
Someone finally calls her by her real name.
You may hide under a false name, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes.
How does Dantes know that, though? Well, I'm sure he's looked into everybody here.
Right. That would be your real name, wouldn't it?
Guess I never really thought about it before.
Yes, I've been using my mother's maiden name ever since my father took up office.
It's the only possibility she had to have a normal life.
It's what our protection service recommended 2 years ago. I've just gotten used to it at this point.
I was caught off guard by your father's intervention in this affair, though I shouldn't have been surprised. He has always been a man of action. He's quick to conduct blackmail and other self-serving political decisions.
He's a loving dad, but yeah, the first capacity we ever knew Gramhart in was at the end of Reverie, breaking into some private meetings.
That's part of why I believed there was room for negotiation between us, but that ship has sailed.
What? I mean, you want to engulf the entire continent in pandemonium. What could he possibly get out of that?
I'm sorry, what?
The President of the Republic would never cut a deal with a man who wiped out an entire village.
Exactly.
Especially when it's his people. My father wouldn't stoop to your level.
I don't know. Let's not go that far just yet.
I wouldn't be so sure of that if I were you. I've heard rumors that he entered into an agreement with the Society.
And those ain't just rumors.
But let's put that aside. I shouldn't be driving a wedge between you and your father. Your relationship with him is fractured enough as it is.
Is he just here to roast on Yes?
So we can leave it at that. Though I am curious as to how he merged the Epstein bloodline with his own.
Wait. Does he think that this is like an Ozai situation?
Actually, he didn't really. Her grandmother was adopted, so she's not a blood relative of Epstein.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
You really like getting under people's skin, don't you, Dantes? Actually, what do we even call you now? Don Dantes? His Highness Prince Dantes? Or High Priest Dantes of the DG cult?
Just calling him out too. Fair is fair.
While we're at it, let me ask you something else. Back in Arasion, it didn't seem like you knew for sure that I was your target. But that's changed now, hasn't it? Have you been waiting for me specifically all this time? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like all of this pandemonium nonsense was just a ploy to draw me in.
But why? Obviously it was that experimentation, but we need more details.
What? Really?
Your arrogance truly astounds me, boy. Bringing you here was merely one part of my grand scheme, not the focal point. My primary goal is, and always was, to create and spread pandemonium throughout the world.
Because everybody knowing that primal fear is just that important to you.
My ambitions lie beyond the ruined kingdom and the fallen cult. Even Armada was simply a means to an end.
And Armada is basically just him now.
The day I stole this power from you, my very reason for being changed forever.
Stole? Van was supposed to do all this?
I will expose the true form of this nation, as well as this continent. A world hinged on lies.
What does he mean, stole from Van?
And I will do so by taking the form of ultimate fear.
You're gonna do what now? Wait. Hold up.
What did you mean by the day I stole this power from you?
Yeah, let's rewind back to that.
You saying you took something of Van's? What for?
No way. Is that what turned the capital into pandemonium? With the Genesis as its conduit?
Precisely.
But how did Van acquire that power as a kid?
It all began 11 years ago, when I received a curious report from one of our lodges. They captured a boy who was born with a demonic element, and they were attempting to extract it by any means necessary.
So Van is like McBurn then? But McBurn is like, he's got a whole other deal going with him, so that can't be it.
The members of the DG cult were out of their minds. Not that I'm in a position to judge, of course.
I mean, but if even Dante's is saying it, and look where he's at, that's how you know them jokers are crazy.
But to them, no idea was taboo. Anything was fair game as long as it furthered their goal to reject the existence of the goddess.
Which is crazy, because she's like, we've basically almost seen her. She's got agents on the planet.
Nevertheless, the vast majority of their misbegotten schemes came up empty, but on occasion, they would happen upon a gold mine. And their crowning achievement was finding the diabolic core that resided in the boy.
Oh my gosh.
That core possessed unspeakable power. It had no place within this realm of existence. It was a forbidden fruit that was ripe for the taking.
And this would have been before the 100 Days War that kicked off Trails in the Sky. Or not kicked off, that's the backstory to Trails in the Sky. This would have been like 3 years before then, I think.
So naturally, I seized it. I told them to hand it over. And they couldn't very well refuse the request of Calvardian royalty and their high priest. Before that day, I had no dreams nor ambitions to speak of. I led a hollow existence. But the moment I laid eyes on that core, I instantly came alive. I was drawn to its radiant beauty, and I was sucked in by its blackened splendor.
And Van was born with this?
I welcomed it into my body, and then I was reborn. Eventually, the cult came under fire by the Society, and then it was nearly annihilated by a large-scale operation led by a famous bracer.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. Wait, is that Guy? That's Guy! And Arios and Jin and Cassius.
But I avoided the fate that befell the cult. I escaped using my newly acquired demonic power.
So this is a bunch of backstory that makes a lot more sense, because if you've only played Daybreak, you're not going to have any idea who any of those people were. A little baby Joshua, Luve, I think there was a third person who I didn't quite catch, but yes.
After that, I began my life anew in the Mafia. I deceived Armada's witless leader with ease and put him to the sword.
Well, the end of Enrique.
Then I gathered minions who would do my bidding, including Melchior, who hailed from the group that was birthed by my former abode.
Huh.
Van.
What is this thing that was in Van, though?
I had no idea those lost 7 years were filled with so much trauma.
You had a diabolic core inside you? What even is that?
You knew about this all along, didn't you?
I mean, of course Bearguard would know.
Yes, I did. I assisted with the operation that eradicated the cult. During the mission, I chanced upon Van, who had miraculously survived, yet lost the will to live. I then treated his physical and mental wounds.
So Bearguard basically, like, he is Van's dad then. Found him when he was a little kid and nursed him back to health.
4 years later, our paths crossed once more, while he was wandering aimlessly after dropping out of school.
Wait, what? I thought Van said he had a reason for leaving.
Bet you regret bumping into me after all the trouble I caused you from that point on.
You went through all that too, Van?
Huh? Too?
Wait, did Katra also have a demonic core?
Sorry for not coming clean about this sooner, Katra.
Or a diabolic core?
You ain't like me, though. You picked yourself back up and started a new life. You've even got a family. And a nice one at that.
You're right. I've got the Professor, Essie, and Yang, who have all helped me get back on my feet.
What? Okay, so I guess there must be multiple children who were born with these diabolic cores.
And there are others in the Institute, Artisanal District, and Fern whose shoulders I can lean on. I have many people whom I treasure dearly.
It's very nice of Dante's to let us have these long asides, but I want to hear more.
But isn't that the same for you? You have many loved ones in your life who will support you however they can.
So Katra's mom and dad must have been DG cultists as well then.
Yeah. I'm thankful for all the people who have stuck by my side. And I should thank you for the long-winded exposition, Dantes. Say, have you ever considered a career in film? You'd make a half-decent narrator. You're letting those badass vocal cords go to waste. Why don't you ditch this Mafia gig and shoot for a big debut on the big screen?
He does have a really nice voice.
I'll even set you up with Gotti. Who knows? Maybe you'll land yourself a starring role in a sexy romance flick with Judith.
Oh, hell no!
Ridiculous. I can never return to an ordinary life in this world, nor do I have any desire to.
He did say he basically was nobody before he stole Van's power.
All I want is for this meaningless chapter of existence to draw to a close.
Super nihilistic.
And I will write its end myself. Come forth, Apeiron!
So, is he gonna kill himself too?
What the hell is that?
That sword is covered in ominous miasma.
Yep. Oh, is he already? He's already undead, right?
It's those glyphs again.
We already killed him, so.
So you've become an undead too.
That can only mean one thing. You definitely perished that day in the palace.
Indeed. And of course, this is not the Empire's curse at work.
They have to keep specifying that because Falcom's like, yes, this is basically the same thing, but it's totally different.
In order to unleash the full breadth of the Diabolic Core's power, I had to cast aside the shackles of mortality. So I put my plan into motion. First, I burned Cray to the ground, so that I could set the stage for the game in Oracion. That village made for the perfect sacrificial lamb.
What a messed up thing to say about people you killed like that.
And like a lamb to the slaughter, you, Arkwright, the owner of this core, heard my call, followed me into the city, and plunged your sword into my chest. Thanks to you, I have been reborn as an undead, and now I wield the power to use the Genesis to unfurl pandemonium throughout the land.
How could you? People's lives aren't just toys for you to play around with.
Exactly. Just because he was deeply unsatisfied with his existence, he has to inflict fear on everybody?
You killed all those people and crushed their hopes and dreams for such a stupid, selfish reason?
I thought Melchior was the lowest of the low. But clearly I was wrong!
I'm sorry, Dantes.
Does he think the Diabolic Core corrupted him?
I'm guessing you weren't always quite this twisted. You lived a life bound by your birth, and after that, you were forced to rely on a cult of lunatics who you wanted nothing to do with. Then your luck went up in smoke, because you met me. The core inside me changed you forever.
He does not want Van feeling pity for him.
What happened to Cray, Dingo, and those who died in Erasion, and even Pandemonium itself, all comes back to one troublesome punk.
He's blaming himself for all of that? He was a little kid when they stole that core from him.
Van, that's not...
Right, I don't think that's very fair.
That's bullshit and you know it.
This isn't your fault, Van.
The world does not revolve around you, Van Arkwright.
I gotta agree with Dante's. This is basically nothing to do with him. It hasn't for 11 years. Well, we don't know the specific mechanics of the diabolic core yet, but...
I have walked this path of my own free will, and every choice I've made has been mine, and mine alone. How dare you imply otherwise? I will not stand to be pitied by the likes of you. Once you finally breathe your last, the final factor will be unleashed. And then the diabolic core that dwells within me will become whole and return to its true form.
Is that why the Grendel keeps freaking out? Because Van's basically incomplete without his diabolic core?
At long last, you will finally be mine, empty husk.
Oh, there it is.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
The crap that's coming out of your mouth is as dumb as your hair, asshole!
We cannot and will not overlook what you are saying about Mr. Arkwright.
You take those words back! I won't stand for you calling Van an empty husk. He's a wonderful human being. And he's someone who is dear to us all.
Now that I know you're beyond saving, I can take comfort in finishing you off one last time. And I'm not just doing that to get my core back. It's a Spriggan's job to take out power-hungry bastards when no one else can!
How amusing! I look forward to seeing you try!
So I'm guessing this core can't be completely eradicated.
Time to bring an end to this charade.
So, phase 1 of the final boss battle. Let's get it. Aegis Shield. He will immediately Satellite Cure. So that Van doesn't have to waste any time with the BS. She will Zodiac Sign for us.
Here goes.
Let's go ahead and get to taking that friggin' Grendel.
Time for a new look.
Pump up the volume on this a bit. Into that Regal Beatdown. There we go. Good damage. Too easy. Alright, let's... Okay, Lion's Roar. What we want is to impede. Is he just gonna immediately do it again? Whoa. Almost completely destroyed, yeah, we're gonna have to wrap an onslaught. Almost completely destroyed their Aegis shields in one go. Now she will... Oh, she can't pump his,
Keep your guard up.
In that case, we'll kind of set ourselves off to the side. Cover again. Pandemonium Ruler, his S-Craft. Uh-oh, our back line might die. Yeah.
No, not now.
Not super surprising. Let's have him La Forte, and he will actually Celestial. Dealing damage is the most important thing right now. Especially, you see the delay on that?
You saved me.
Alright. Into one more regal beatdown. Don't like that, do ya?
Can't you do better than that?
Domination wave.
I'll take you on.
She will be Zodiac signing. She's gonna have to, yeah, do this. And we'll keep satellite curing in order, a bad nail, to get Van back up to a Grendel ability as soon as possible.
That's far enough.
One of these. There we go. So much power. Of course, Bear Guard, he's going to have to Aegis shield. And then as soon as his Aegis shield goes off, he'll be able to start dropping his, well, there we go. Go ahead and take one of these. And she'll Jabberwock arm.
Here goes.
Van has Chrono Drive, but... Uh-oh. Pluto's Nova.
Here's our chance.
Oh, but yeah, our backline is going to be highly resistant to that sort of nonsense. Most excellent. Ooh, and a CP buff. All right. And then we'll have him go in twice for us. There we go. And he's got a... We gave him a quartz or something that ups the damage he does with crits.
That's it. That's more like it.
Boost gauge upgrade.
Pandemonium Ruler again. This shouldn't kill anybody. Our shields are still pretty strong. Hopefully, anyways. We'll see what's going on. It's a really impressive S-Craft, though. Okay, nobody died. That's the most important bit. She'll actually Aura Breath, though.
Thanks.
Spread the love a little. Van... His crit is still upped.
Time to close in.
Yeah. And then go ahead and pump up. Just a bit. Uh-oh, and we missed on one of those. So that was not a very impressive turn. Let's Lord of Doom. See, this seems like it would suction from us. No, okay. Uh-oh, he's going next again? Not before us, though. There we go. Giving him that Corundum Ring or whatever the heck that ups the casting speed of our cruel eyes. Earth Arts. Dang, wasn't enough. That's okay. That is exactly what Celestial is for. We've almost got this first phase. Oh no, the Fatal Lance. Go ahead and finish out the first phase.
That's how it goes.
Level 74.
Won't stop here.
So, I'm sure he's got something truly outrageous next up. Whoa, they're resonating.
Resonating with Mr. Arkwright?
Yep, you see, that core is trying to be whole again.
So that is the diabolic core.
Looks like my theory proves true. The core will soon be made whole once again. Though I'm afraid my curiosity is getting the better of me. I think I will perform an early test run.
So he's trying to become like an incomplete form of whatever the diabolic core is meant to be? And that's what's... Here it is. No, there's a high possibility that this is just a second phase. Monarchal Deity of Destruction, Overlord Dante's.
fallen god.
Just like the tyrant. No, this thing's on a whole other level.
Well,
What is this?
It's overwhelming is what it is.
so I'm guessing we're gonna have to fight this battle in permanent Grendel mode?
Not bad. Not bad at all. If this is merely a taste of the power I will soon wield, I cannot wait to see what I can do once the core is whole. Even the Society's strongest enforcer will be nothing more than an ant at my feet.
The Society's strongest enforcer. That would be Harwood, I think, right now. He's gonna go for the Grendel.
Are you gonna call on the Grendel?
But Mara's not here to assist.
Oh, I don't think she's gone anywhere. She's probably just slacking off and taking a nap.
Yeah, I don't remember there being anything up with Mare.
Get your ass out of bed, Mare Bear!
All right.
Stop being a lazy bum and do your damn job!
There she is.
You didn't have to make such a racket. And for the last stinking time, stop calling me Mare Bear.
Mare! She woke up.
What are you talking about? I was awake this whole time. I've just been kinda out of it while I was repairing myself.
All right. Yeah, take stock of the situation.
So, that's what you're up against. You've come a long way.
Still can't remember who you really are, but I do know the role you've always fulfilled. So like I said earlier, I need you to do your damn job.
Sure, I can do that. But is that really what you want?
I mean, otherwise he's gonna kill us.
Yeah. It's exactly what I want.
Wait a moment. What are you doing?
This doesn't seem like they're talking about the Grendel.
Did you say roll? What does that mean?
Well then, Van. Will you wake from your dream? Or not? Just what is she saying?
I will.
Wake from the dream? What happened to Bear the Nightmare?
I'll wake up.
Van, no! You can't!
Oh, this is what happened in the opening. It was an actual event?
Guide me to this realm, where I am now made manifest. I am both the nightmare and the beast that devours it!
Darkness roused armored demon Grendel Shin. Okay.
So pretty.
So,
Van, no.
can he not go back?
I see. It all makes sense now. Admittedly, I cannot tell whether this is resonance or gnosis at work, but either way, I'm quite surprised.
So that's what kind of drug that was. Interesting.
Did Van get... Well,
whatever. It's about time we wrap this up. I'm kind of curious to see which of us befits it the most. How about we go toe-to-toe and find out?
Very well. Have it your way. I will gladly devour both you and your restraints. You have sealed your fate, Van Arkwright.
Nah, you sealed yours when you stole my shit. And I'm about to take it back!
You tell him, Van.
Here goes!
All right!
Feel the true extent of my power.
Time to go ahead and get this guy up out of here. First, Aegis Shield, because he will go crazy on us otherwise. some of that. And they have, well, of course they've got nothing in the tank. They both died. Cavalry Onyx. Wait, that said Cavalry Onyx. It should have been Cavalry, so that's fine. Or at least I'm assuming. We'll do a Zodiac sign. Wait, he trapped a... Can we attack that thing? Yes, he trapped Catra inside of it. Okay. Resist and A-res down. Okay, so he can remove party members basically from our use. That is not that great. We just have to Pluto's Nova. He's able to move a lot. You will. You'll actually Aegis Shield again. Zodiac Arm. And then another Regal Beatdown. We weren't able to boost ourselves up at all, but we were at least able to get 2 Regal Beatdowns in. So, all's well that ends well. Pandemonium Ruler, just in time. This one's gonna be even stronger. Oh, man. So we might have to have everybody except Van on backup duty. Yeah, you see that? Oh my gosh.
Here I go.
Definitely got an Aegis Shield again. But they don't have enough HP as a buffer between them and actually just dying. Yeah. He has 490,000 HP. But we've already taken 150,000 of it, so...
Think you can take me, do you?
A bad nail. So Catra's very first turn of the fight is about to come up.
This is dangerous.
It sure is. Oh crap, he's got nothing. Let's have him La Forte. Whereas he shall Celestial. And she'll keep the Zodiac signs live. Because now Van's gonna be able to do some serious damage. Right. Thank you kindly.
It's our turn now.
Yes, it is.
Don't hold back, Dan. I'll hold again.
One of these. Oh, the first one missed. Well, that's unfortunate. She will... Screw it. Zodiac Arm. And he can finally get to satellite curing again. Bear Guard is actually going to Chrono Drive. He can't Celestial again. He needs more EP cuts. And she's not doing too bad on the damage front. Pandemonium Ruler again. Yes and Catra are probably going to die. Their shields were very low. So it's basically be non-existent. Yeah. Oh, well that's neat. Let's go ahead and do this. And he's got a 0 arts. So obviously, Aegis Shield. Yes, and a satellite cure right on time. We shall indeed. Not enough for a Regal Beatdown, but that's okay. That's wait, what? Oh, we don't have enough, No, wait. We should. Why can't we Regal Beatdown? Oh, we're only S boosted to 1 gauge, I think. Alright, that is completely fine. Let's have him chrono drive us. So that when this does occur, Pluto's Nova again.
Deploying shield.
Yeah, we don't take very much damage from Art's attacks. Cavalry Onyx. One Jabberwock arm was enough to save us from that, so it's gonna be another... Well, can we? Yeah, might as well. Okay, not enough. At least next turn we'll be able to actually do it, yeah. And her turn is gonna come next, so... Did that actually deal damage to Katra? Uh-oh. A crit Lord of Doom. Well, that just means we're gonna have to Aegis Shield, immediately.
That's far enough.
It is. I agree. Satellite cure that. Dang. No crit up or... What the heck?
You don't know when to give up, do you, Arkride?
Alright, uh-oh, we can't Aegis Shield again. That's not good. Let's go ahead and use this.
Go on, yes.
And then she will... Let's be a little cheeky with a Zodiac sign. Cruel Eyes. But at least it's not Pandemonium Ruler.
Bold of you.
We'll go for the Aegis Shield on him. Finally. Some additional damage too. There we go. Now, do we want... How much, Pandemonium Ruler. Whoa! We only barely made it in time. But we shouldn't suffer any deaths here, thankfully. Hopefully, anyways. If all goes to plan... God dang! But it's all good. That's what the power of Celestial is for. And we are definitely not going to let Bearguard potentially die. 25,000. Just a regular crit attack. 74,000. So he's got 2 more turns in him at most. If that. You see that? 12,000. Yeah, let's Jabberwock arm. We'll actually have Katra. Let's have Katra feed him this rainbow candy. See what we can make happen. Oh yeah, it's over. We won. Absolutely golden.
I think I've grown a little.
So, looks like there might be one more fight from here if we're still getting XP.
Did we do it?
No, not yet.
Grendel Shin is on it. He's ripping the core. Oh, he ripped the core out.
Thank goodness. It's finally over.
I don't know. Dante's might still have another trick up his sleeve. He could go berserk.
I was so close. Now that I have been parted from that monstrosity, I finally understand just how abominable it truly is.
So it was corrupting him. Then what was it doing to Van? What will it do to Van?
I'll bet. No human should ever have this thing.
Is Van not human?
But I'm not gonna apologize to you ever again.
Rightfully so. I have always acted in accordance to my own way of living. just as you do. You may have won this fight, but my ultimate desire will still be realized by your hands.
Why is he so confident that Van will continue with Pandemonium? Or unless the Diabolic Core just corrupts the Grendel Shin.
Oh no. I already know for a fact that Gehenna does not exist.
Well, I guess that was, what did it end up being? It didn't end up being the actual Gehenna. They did talk about that some. I remember it coming up.
But I'll still leave you with these parting words. I will be watching you from its depths, Van Arkride. It won't be long until you become the living embodiment of fear itself.
He actually is dead.
Wait a second. What did he mean?
Oh, he said he knows for a fact Gehenna doesn't exist because he died, and I guess his next memory is just coming back to life.
Van! Throw that damn thing away! Now!
Too late. I've got no choice but to return it to where it belongs.
Does he have to, though?
It vanished?
No. It simply returned to Mr. Arkwright.
So he's no longer an empty husk. Is he turning it off? He summoned it to him? Wait, can he not change back? Yeah, that's his Zypha.
Sorry to spring this on you, yes, but I'm not going to be able to finish your request. Though I doubt you'll need me. With all of you on the case, you'll find the last Genesis in no time. Just to be safe, though, I did draw up a list of places I think it might be. Hope that'll help.
Van knew he wasn't coming back from this.
Van, wait!
What is Van? Oh. What is that?
The dark blue demon lord?
That's one of the 5 who leads the 77 devils. Its name is Vagrant Diaspora.
Well, guess it's time for me to bounce. I'll leave the rest to you guys.
That's what Van's...
Oh, and could someone do me a solid? Tell Elaine I'm sorry I can't buy her those drinks, like I promised. Take care of them for me, Master Barkhorn. I'm counting on you.
What is going on?
You damn son of a bitch!
No, don't go!
Van was a demon this whole time? Wait, then what is Katra? So I'm guessing at the start of all this time, on Yes's app...
What just happened?
I'd like to know the same thing.
On Yes's aptitude for Spriggan work wasn't just for show. She'll probably be running Arkwright Solutions in the next game.
Wait, is that...
Renee.
Mr. President? How long have you been there?
My apologies. This was meant to be a surprise for you all. I hope everyone is enjoying the festival. As I said before, let us make this a celebration to remember.
Well...
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
We love you, President Bramhart! Glory to Calvard!
I'm sorry, but I will ask that you keep your distance from the president.
Right. So I guess because time was all wonky, no, it's still the afternoon or something? Vagrant's diaspora. Van knew he wasn't coming back this whole time.
Thank goodness. You're all okay.
What happened? I don't So he's a demon?
You really did it. I wish I could have been there with you all, but... Wait. He did it again, didn't he?
Yeah, went off on his own.
Idiot. He left us behind.
No, he hasn't left us. Not yet.
What do you mean?
Yeah, does she think she can use the power of the Genesis to bring him back?
His hollow setting screen.
Are you thinking of...
I have no inclination of what she could be planning.
It's no good. It's not reacting. Fine, I'll do this then. Mare, please wake up. We need you.
It's working.
Oh.
What's...
Stop yelling. I already told you that I'm awake.
Will she be able to
Mare,
explain?
you have to tell us where Van's gone. Please, we're begging you.
Well, I mean, he did. I guess that's why he said Gehenna doesn't exist. So wherever Van's gone, it's not there.
If you're here, that has to mean he's close by, right?
What?
Really?
That does make sense, actually. Van is the only one capable of calling Mare normally.
All this time, she has been watching over him for some unknown reason. No, perhaps it's more accurate to say she's monitoring him.
So many mysteries.
So if she's still active, that means...
Yes, that's correct. He's still here in this dimension.
Well, that's not promising.
However, he has already made his choice. He has decided to free himself of his restraints, or the Grendel as you call it, and accept the power that is rightfully his.
The Grendel was a restraint?
Now a world-devouring demon lord lingers inside him. He chose to seal it away within the void, and himself with it.
Okay, so Van was born with that demon lord inside of him. That's not his true form.
Bastard!
How could he do that?
Okay, it's a promise.
He knew he was lying.
I want you all to remember that we ain't heroes of justice. There's no shame in turning tail if things go to shit. The fate of the world's important and all, but our lives are too. We ain't gonna throw them away. Know your limits, and don't worry about what's black or white. That's the Spriggan Creed, and we're gonna follow it like always. And once we've returned the city to normal, life will all go back to the way it was. And that'll pay for all the sweets and sauna trips we could ever want.
So maybe he...
Every word that came out of his mouth was a lie.
Okay, yeah. From the second this happened...
This is a flagrant violation of our contract. I will not stand for it.
Ugh! I'm gonna punch him so hard! He's in for the pummeling of the century!
We gotta bring our boy back.
Easy, everyone.
I'm sure she's been that mad at him before.
I had an inkling about what he was trying to do. I suspected that he harbored guilt about remaining in this world.
It's... Okay, so is Van the demon or not?
In the distant past, 5 demon lords were added to the 72 devils that resided in Gehenna. And it was at this moment when the world was rewritten. At least that is what I and the church believe.
Van is a demon?
Regardless, I can only imagine how he felt when he learned that he was one of those demon lords.
So what? Has he been just getting reborn? Oh, he just said it outright. So I'm guessing Vagrant's diaspora has been getting reborn over the years?
You mentioned that before.
You're making all this shit up. No way!
It's a closely guarded secret, even within the church, but its veracity can be proved. It accounts for the discrepancies between the records from before the Great Collapse, which are kept in the primal grounds, and after.
The appearance of additional devils?
The being that resides within Van is called the Vagrant Demon Lord. The Book of Ezra describes it as a being that is imbued with the power of black time.
So Van learned what he was truly by reading that book.
One of the Dominions told us of that book.
So that's Van's story.
However, I did not know of his true desire, nor did I see the depths of his despair.
Well, yeah, that would depress anybody.
No man is an island. Every human must rely on others, and Van is no exception. But I see now that I did not make him realize as much, and that is my greatest failing as his master. So, I implore you, Mayor, grant them the opportunity to confront my fool of a student, so they may voice their complaints to him directly.
Are we gonna bring him back?
You're overwhelming me. Stop it. Okay, I'll help. Even if I really shouldn't, considering I'll at least give you a hint, though.
Okay, I was like, that'll be a bit too easy. We're gonna have to spend, I guess, the early parts of Game 2 finding him.
Go to the place that he has the strongest emotional attachment to. You'll find him there.
Longlie.
There isn't much time left before he's gone for good. So if you want to go after him, you'd better hurry.
Oh no, that'd be the orphanage in Arasion.
You should go with them too.
Oh no, obviously it'll be the Arkwright Solutions office.
Right.
Bearguard's not gonna come with? Okay. But luckily he should be close by then. Yeah, I was right the third time around.
I can't find him anywhere.
Oh, dang. I thought it was, maybe he'll be on the roof.
But if he's not here, then where the hell could he be?
Aramis? No. After all that's happened, I'm sure...
Could he be on the rooftop, perhaps? I remember him talking up there during the party. Is he partial to that spot at all?
That must be it.
Let's go, Agnes.
Right.
So one of two things is gonna happen. The final battle awaits. Please ensure all party members are fully equipped. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to fight Vagrant's Demon Lord.
You can't leave us, Van. You can't. Don't you dare disappear on us.
You aren't getting away from me that easily.
It'll be okay. He's going to be fine, I'm sure.
Okay, so we need to figure out who is going to go into the party, because some of these jokers are not equipped at all. Like, these three have nothing in the tank. So give me 1 second.